telling me we're on, and I'm goofing off. Hey, good evening. It's great to have you here on Friedman Adventures once again. We are live here from 22nd Street Landing in beautiful San Pedro, California. We're in the midst of some crazy good fishing. It has been absolutely phenomenal, and it just continues to head in the right direction. Tonight's special guest is the one and only James Moser. James, it's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you. Thank you, Phil.
You know, you reached out to me the other day, and I could instantly tell not only did you have this unbridled enthusiasm about sport fishing, but that you're a really nice person. I really could feel that because you're all about trying to help me out, and you sent me that great drone footage, and we used that on the morning briefing. And then you tell me you're planning the morning briefing for all of the clients that come to Newport Landing in the morning. Heck, I mean, I owe you big time. That kind of stuff is really, really nice. Thank you.
It gets the guys excited when they hear you talking about this crazy Dorado bite.
Wow, what a bite, huh?
Yeah.
We're going to get into that, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you're going to get into your history in sport fishing, how you got into it. I suppose this guy over here,
yes.
I'm pointing at your father, Mark.
Yes.
Yeah, Mark, thanks for being here. It's good to have you here.
Cheers.
All right, yeah, now he's got that big booming voice,
yeah.
for God's sake. So, yeah, we're going to get into that, get into the bite. I'm sure you have some tackle tips that you can share with everybody. Tim is here, expert shark guy. We're going to have him on a future show. Woody is here. He fishes local bass. We're going to have him on a show. If we can keep these guys under control during this show, I am going to be amazed. Hey, Travis Bright says, hello, everyone. Chris Jackson says, Captain J. And Chris Dorman, Super Chris. So we got a lot of people already starting to tune in. A lot of people really want to hear this show. I'm going to thank some sponsors and then do a little news, and then we're going to jump into it. Is that okay?
Great.
All right. Let me thank OpsonUSA.com. They are our fluorocarbon of choice. We wouldn't go with anybody else. Go to www.opsonusa.com and put in FA at checkout. Greg Brown, the owner, will send you a love note. I think he's actually putting his cologne on these letters now, and he'll send you a free gift. Make sure your wife doesn't see it, but you're going to love what Greg sends you. Daiwa, of course, our rod and reel sponsor. We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with such a great company. Daiwa making affordable rods and reels that you're able to go out and take on these monster bluefin and so many other species of fish, from spinning reels to the big 2-speeds. Everything you need is Daiwa. Blacktail hooks. My friend Sky over there in Hawthorne, California. Sky putting out affordable, really great hooks. And of course, 22nd Street Landing here in beautiful San Pedro, California. We're all enjoying this place, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Freedom, the Amigos, so many great boats, so many characters that are the deckhands and captains here. Man, you never know who's going to walk through that door. Be prepared tonight.
Oh, don't worry.
You just never know. Mahi-mahi Sport Fishing, Bill Wilkerson, my good friend down there at H&M Landing in beautiful San Diego. Bill had limits of Dorado today. Way to go, Bill. Big day for him. Tremendous fishing there on those boats that are leaving at 6 a.m. and coming back in the evening. They had a little bit of slow fishing yesterday, but they're back on it again. I know the Grande was on bluefin. We'll get into all that a little bit later. But Mahi-mahi Island Fishing Tackle in Carson, California, Sam De La Torre. He does such a great job with our tackle tips and so much more. Big fish bait and tackle on the corner of Seal Beach and Pacific Coast Highway. Our surf fishing headquarters, Ventura Harbor, Sword Fishing, Tucker McCombs, and all the guys up there that do such a great job. In fact, Tucker, it was your birthday a couple days ago. I wish you a happy birthday on the morning briefing, but another happy birthday to you, my friend. And also, Fish Taco Chronicle magazine. All right, before we get into this with James, and a lot of people out there want to ask James some questions, you can do it. Just send them in. We're watching. Richie Rich says, what's up, you all? Sea West Outdoors, great show, Phil. We haven't even done anything, man. Thank you.
That's my best friend.
Oh,
yeah.
I love you. Jay loves Opson Fluorocarbon. If you could give us a like tonight, it really helps the algorithm. So hit that like button, smash that like button. Let's get it up to 100 here early, and that will mean everything in the world to us. All right, so I do want to give you a little update. The other day, I was out for a walk 5 days ago. Many of you know this. And I was walking along the beach. I thought I saw a piece of driftwood. The sun was in my eyes. Turned out to be a dead body. And so I called I made a 911 call, and Seal Beach police arrived, paramedics arrived. He was deceased. I could tell when I went out and examined the body visually. I didn't examine it physically. So there was kind of a shocking thing. It was like 6 o'clock in the evening. I found this body. So I just wanted to bring you the update. He has been identified. He's an Egyptian national. His name is Mustafa Osama Gamil. Seems to be an accidental drowning at this time, but the autopsy is continuing, and that will be concluded in the next couple of days. So I know a lot of you, of course, when these kinds of things happen, the first thing is thoughts and prayers to the family. That's somebody's son, could be somebody's brother, could be somebody's father. He's 32 years old. I thought he looked to me when I saw him like he was 28, so that kind of makes sense. He was in that.
Yeah.
But, that's the first thing. And then the second thing, of course, is who was he and how did this happen?
Right.
And so that will unfold during the investigation. So I just wanted to bring you all up to date on that. Sam de la Torre. Not sure if it matters, but last time I caught albacore was on, here he goes with the albacore digs, because I predicted albacore, Tim, so he likes to give me. Sam says he caught, do you know Sam de la Torre?
I haven't met him.
All right, he owns Island Fishing
Yeah.
Tackle. Great guy, wonderful guy. Was on the Amigo out of Newport on one of your charters, Phil. Oh, shoot. I must have had a charter down there. That must have been a while ago. Well, Sam, maybe that'll bring him back in the fall here. Welcome, Captain J, says Naughty Boy 78. All right, let's talk about something right now. How did you get into sport fishing? We mentioned your dad.
Yep.
Is that how you did it?
Yeah, so my grandparents, his parents, have a place in Huntington Harbor, and we would go and we would fish off the dock, and we'd catch skates and rays and little, lemon sharks or whatever, the smoothhound sharks or whatever they are. And eventually he got a boat, and we started going to Catalina, and just fishing the front side. It was a little small to go to the back side, and we learned a lot fishing on his boat.
Yeah.
And then we would go out. We did a company trip with his company. We went out on the first string once. That was super fun. And then
What year was that?
what year? Yeah.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was probably less than 10 years old.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so that was at least 25
And
years
so you
ago.
guys both fished the first string. So is that, you mentioned the Desiree story with Mark and Paul kind of resonated with you. Is it
Yes.
because you'd fished on the first
Yeah,
string?
exactly.
Yeah.
So that was, and just, as being a private boater too, is, that's worst case scenarios rolling up on something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, at that point, neither of us were trained captains, so it's, what do you do?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, so we started fishing the front side of Catalina. We had a kind of a catastrophic failure on his boat and didn't have a boat for a little while. And then when COVID hit, I said, if not now, when? And I went and bought a boat. And then, I started working at Newport Landing. I worked in the office and then showed interest in working on the boat. And Captain Phil said he needed some help. So I went down and I started working on the Aggressor. So.
And how is working for Captain Phil? Is he
Captain
a taskmaster?
Phil,
is he a good guy? What is he?
If you do
You
what
can't
he-
say anything bad about
If you
him.
do what he says, he's your good buddy.
Yeah. And if you don't, you get thrown overboard.
Exactly. No, follow direction. It's it's a very simple.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the way it should be, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So do you normally follow directions, or do you
Yes.
get in trouble from time to time?
Normally I follow directions. So
Oh, good. Okay. Have you ever gotten in trouble?
Not yet.
Oh,
So-
man. No good stories about you getting
No, but
thrown
I
overboard.
watch the other deckhands get reamed. So.
Oh, okay. So they get it once in a while?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way it was when I grew up and I was a deckhand. I mean, it was like corporal punishment
Yeah.
back
Oh,
in those
it's-
days, like
yeah.
a bait net on the head or whatever.
Exactly.
But you kind of learn the lesson. I'm not advocating that people start hitting each other with bait nets, but there was a time when that seemed to work.
Yeah.
I mean, for lack of a better explanation, right?
Exactly. It's
Drove the point home.
fisherman's paddle.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see. So do you have your captain's license?
No, I'm in the process right now.
You are?
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
getting
so
my
you're
sixth
studying
back.
or what?
I've got all the paperwork's into the Coast Guard.
Uh-huh. Have you started studying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is it difficult stuff?
Some of it's a little tricky.
Yeah.
Different rules apply at different times.
Right.
And, just stuff like that. But yeah,
All right, very good. And Captain J, is that you, Captain J?
they call me Captain J because I drive the boat.
Well, okay.
So, but I do not have my captain's.
I mean, you got all kinds of guys here. Andy K. Much love to Captain J. Cheers from New York, brother. This guy's in New York watching you. We had people from Taiwan and
I saw, yeah,
Mexico and everything. So hopefully, do you have any fans in Taiwan?
No. Oh, my brother-in-law lives in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But how about Taiwan?
No, not Taiwan.
Okay.
Not that.
I've got fans there.
Yeah.
Because I taught in China for 3 years. So, all right, and my brother lives there. I'm going to go see him here this summer.
Nice.
All right, good evening, 540 Slinger. That is Jeff Yeomans. He said good evening to you. SoCal guy says hello to the Friedman Adventures family. I love that whole idea of you've heard me talk about that. And it's mostly because we all have this love of fishing. And that's the common denominator.
Exactly.
But within all of that, I mean, there's going to be guys coming in here tonight. We may throw them on for a second with more bags of clothing from Mexico. January the 6th, we're going to be down there. I talked to you a little bit about what a bitchin' shot that would be,
Yeah, the
right?
bug arrows, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about going to Cedros, everybody. And we have thousands and thousands of clothing items, and then we'll take food, we'll take everything else. But we may take it down to the mainland, and then I was telling James, man, you know, what music would you pick? The Ride of the Valkyries or some big orchestra, and 12 pongas loaded with stuff, and you get a drone shot of that heading to Cedros. That would be beautiful, man.
Perfect.
Something like that.
We'll make it happen.
All right, man. I'm going to hold you to that for sure. Tangle Diver says, ahoy, always choose a hot bait.
Yes.
I say that on every show.
Oh,
it's basic.
It's
elementary.
When they walk to the counter for us to do check-in in the morning, they're like, "What's your suggestion?" I'm like, "Hot bait. If it's not screaming away from the boat, change your bait.
Yeah.
You want the bait that is the hardest one to find. I know you say that all the time. It's
I
the
know.
one that you can't catch that you want on the end of your hook.
Right. When you're looking in the bait well, you see those baits that are bumping up.
It's
You
just
don't
like
want those.
in the corner, kind of snuggle in the corner.
Yeah, you don't want those. You want the ones that go to the corner and then turn like that and then turn like that. That's the bait you definitely want. Jay's biggest fan in Idaho, Sea West Outdoors.
Yeah, I used to work for Chris. I've known Chris since I was in.
What's he doing in Idaho? He's got an outdoor thing?
No, he just moved to Idaho. I used to work for him. He owns a sign shop.
Yeah.
And they made the decision to move out of California, move to Idaho, and he moved his sign shop, and he just got his hunting licenses, and he's been doing a bunch of freshwater stuff that I sent with him, and he's killing it up there.
What's your favorite kind of fishing, James?
I love yellowtail fishing.
You do?
I do.
And catching them on bait, iron, or it doesn't matter?
Surface
Just
iron explosion is like the most exciting.
God, that visual, right? Yes. That it means so much. That's
that
like,
and surface iron calico.
That's pretty fun,
We had
too.
one the other day when we went looking for Dorado, and we ended up on the front side because it got a little snotty.
Of Clemente or Cat?
No, Cat.
Cat, yeah.
And because Clemente was closed.
Yeah.
So we ended up at the mackerel bank and then started making our way back. But
yeah,
we had a couple of big surface iron blow-ups of calico.
How bitchin' is that, right?
My buddy Chad, he was running a tatty, and it just like, it's like you hear it. Because I wasn't even looking, and I was like,
oh, you heard the splash flag?
I was like,
yeah, right?
So
I know when I'm fishing up in the bow, it's kind of quiet up in the bow.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you're fishing, and then you hear like a splash, and you turn around, and you can see the boil that was just there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so much fun, isn't it? I love that. And I think that's part of the appeal of Dorado. Well, first of all, I mean, it's so unique to have these fish in Southern California waters in such great numbers. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. But then you add the color and the fact that they're so acrobatic, they're jumping out of the water.
Awesome, yeah.
And the average guy is died and gone to heaven when he catches one.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tell the story. You were telling me it's nuts about the reservation thing now. I mean, all the boats are full, and when a guy calls and cancels, what happens?
Oh, within like no joke, 5 minutes, that reservation is gone. Like there are people online right now just hitting refresh, sitting at their desk at work, and they see one spot open, and our phones are ringing off the hook.
That's freaking crazy.
It's like calling in the radio show for a contest. It's lucky caller number 15 gets the spot.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Sam De La Torre. Thanks, Cue Ball, because Cue Ball said, Sam, it matters. LOL. Are we ever Going to see this season end? What's going to end this? I mean, the other day you guys were out,
Yeah.
and I started thinking, oh shoot, man, is it gone?
Right.
I mean, what were you thinking that day when you were out there?
We missed
the
it.
day when nothing bit.
We missed it by a day.
Yeah. Did you think it was over?
Yep.
You did?
I did.
I know, it crept into your mind, right?
Yep. And then I got to work the next day, and the Patriot had 70, and I was like, nope. They were just hiding for a little bit.
Well, I think part of it, I could be wrong. You know, you talk to these guys that are on the boats, but we've had a little breeze here lately, some wind, and it kind of moves the water around. So it probably moves the fish around with that warm water, and they just had to get back on it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. It was find the temp break. Right.
Exactly. What's the biggest Dorado you've seen this year on one of the Newport Landing boats?
Markland brought in a giant one. I don't know if you'd weighed it or not, but it was large. We'll say 30 plus pounds.
That's a nice one, man. That is, I mean, a local Dorado. That is a bitchin' fish.
He was, I think he was closer to Tanner, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
But still, I mean,
local, yeah.
I call that, and I shouldn't actually, but yeah, no, that's true. I was on the Conquest, and I had just started 976 Tuna, and I had Pete Thomas on the boat, and he was the LA Times guy, and so this is a big, moment for me. I'm trying and this frickin' Dorado swims across the stern, and it was 38 pounds, and I know that because I caught it, but it swims across, and I go, oh shit, I want to catch that thing, and all of a sudden I get a tap on the shoulder. I look up, and Joe Chait, who was running the Conquest, goes like this with a scoop, and he's got a mackerel in it like that.
Oh, there you go.
I just pinned it on, tossed it, and that freaking thing just wolfed it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm on the front page of the LA Times, just got so lucky. And I was so grateful, and man, that just propelled 976 Tuna into another level. But man, those are such cool fish, and normally you got to go to Costa Rica or at least Mexico to catch these things. They're catching them full speed out of Ensenada, and they do catch them down there at times, but it's not like it is right now. It's off the hook.
Right. It's basically wide open for anybody that can find the right patty holding fish that want to bite.
So are all your boats fishing offshore now, or
Yes.
do you have you don't have anybody fishing calico bass inshore?
If we run a half day, so like the Aggressor the other day, I was working the deck and we ran double half day, and even then it's still just keep your eyes peeled. Right, stranger things have happened,
right?
Kind of thing. And we ended up we caught like a 10 or 15 pound lingcod that had swallowed a red hole.
Yeah, really?
On a rent rod.
That's hilarious.
I saw that. I was like, that's insane.
That's great. That's great. Your dad thought you were going to screw up tonight. Darn, you're doing a good job. When you knocked that shark's head over and the microphone, I was getting worried.
I had to get it out of the way.
Getting worried myself. Let's see. Do we have somebody? Naughty Boy 78. Hey, Jay, can you tell us? I'm a teacher and I can't read. Can you tell us how we have 51 people on the live chat and only 9 likes?
Yeah, right.
I agree.
Well, let's
There's
go.
29 likes, but yeah, give us some more likes. That's
Share
for
the
sure.
link.
Give us a good story about the big one that got away. You got one of those?
Oh, so
Numerous, right?
Oh yeah. So
This Tim here?
yes,
Yeah.
Tim and I were fishing.
Tim, you're going to be on a future show for sure.
You got the guy that brought the clothes too.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Do you want to take care of that real quick?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So Tim and I were fishing, and it was just us two on the boat. We were out like right at the break wall, but right by Nachos, and we were sitting there floating for Thresher. It was pea soup fog. We weren't gonna go any further.
Was this recent?
Probably 2 months ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And within 5 minutes, it takes off. His rod, he's got an 80 wide, and the things just start screaming line. And after taking him around the boat probably 4 or 5 times, Tim gets to the side of the boat. I grab the leader. It takes off, and the hook snaps.
Ouch. And that was recent.
Yes.
So
And
damn.
I'd say that was 300 plus pounds.
Wow. Ensenada, Baja California. Arnie Man says, hello, Felipe. That's me, by the way. We are here. Can I say something in Spanish to him?
yeah.
Arnie, te quiero mucho. Bueno, tal vez no, pero espero que tú estás comiendo sus palomitas como siempre. Palomitas, he gets popcorn and gets all his friends and they watch the show and have popcorn. He's a great fisherman down there. All right, Rocket Dog. Hi, Phil and family, long time. Chris Jackson. Ask Jay about Captain Full Send Pretzel. Uh-oh, is this a story we can't talk about or what?
Quite possibly.
Chris Jackson, I love your question. You got this guy, he can't even answer it. You're going to have to tell me when we're off camera,
Yeah,
huh?
that's no problem.
Oh, boy. All right, keep those coming, Chris. I like that kind of stuff. Arnie, man, excellent season, phenomenal year, deep sea fishing and bottom fishing. So down in Ensenada, they've had just a phenomenal year with those big bluefin, and now they've got yellowfin moving up the
Right.
coast. They're smaller grade for the most part, 5 to 10 pounds, but there's a lot of them. They're voracious. They're biting everything. They're getting sonar marks, catching fish on the dolphin, triple, quadruple jig strikes. I mean, that's fun stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, we got excited because there were a couple that were caught closer up this way, and I thought Kay was going to start pushing them further up,
Yeah.
and it just didn't happen.
You know, there's another, it's a tropical storm, but it's moving up the Baja Peninsula right now. It looks like it's going to go out to sea, but it probably will increase that flow of that warm water up. So who knows?
Keep our fingers crossed.
I was talking to a girl. Where did I meet? I don't know where I met her, but you talk about somebody that I just said hello or something, and somehow she said, "Hey, did you hear that hurricane is pushing up all this warm water?" And I said, "Oh yeah." I told her I'd do a podcast, and you know, all of a sudden she's telling me, the limit on Dorado is 10, and I'm like, "What? How do you know anything about this?" And she was totally into it, man. So, has this Dorado bite, has this season helped to get fishing out to a broader public? Are more people fishing as a result of this, hearing about fishing, doing it? Do you think so? You see it at the landing.
So it's, we have guys who are now they're coming back in after the trip, asking to book another trip because it was so awesome. I mean, guys with, rent rod guys who don't go fishing that often, So it's very interesting to see that kind of
That's
action.
great. Sam De La Torre, guys, from what you've seen on the Dorado, circle hooks or J hooks? Answer the question, please. People want to know.
Do you want to swing, or do you want it to set?
I'm married. I don't do that swing stuff.
No, and that's
pretty monogamous.
For rental rod stuff. Most of the time, we get tackle wrecks from the captains in the morning, so our suggestions are already pointed in the direction that they want based on
So what are they telling you?
J hooks. So
They
it's
are.
all live bait.
So
20
the
pound.
captains at Newport Landing are swingers.
Yes.
Interesting. Look at Mark smiling on that one. All right, so J hooks.
Yep, so-
there you go, Sam.
20
I know. How about the tuna? A lot of guys. Any difference? J hooks.
I don't know. Most of the guys that get the tuna on the T-bird, on the Thunderbird,
Yeah.
they're bringing their own stuff. So that's
Okay, Rick Slater wants to know, I don't think so, but anybody caught an UPA this year?
I don't think anybody's caught an open.
How about skippies?
I
I know they've caught some out of San Diego, but a couple, not a whole lot.
I haven't seen any.
Okay, yeah, it's been a few. You'd think in all this hot water, man, there'd be more
We're
skipjack.
waiting for the wahoo. That's what we're waiting.
Yeah, or a short-billed spearfish or some
Yeah.
other weird thing like that. That's for sure. Tony Russo going on a 4.5-day trip tomorrow. Can't wait. Tony, best of luck to you. Thanks for your great support. Thanks for watching Friedman Adventures. We love you. Thank you, man. I hope you have a fantastic trip. Arnie, man, back down there in Ensenada. Mañana, we are arriving very tired to see your program. We will rest tomorrow. I am going to fish calicos with a 10-pound monofilament line. Excellent catches tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. Arnie, suerte, hermano. I hope you get them. I hope you catch lots of fish. Arnie, I know you're tired. If you have to go to sleep, duérmete con los angelitos. And I hope you catch some big cabrillas, some big calico bass mañana. And send me some photos. Mándame algunas fotos, por favor. That would be great, man. I love fishing in Ensenada. I love that. La Bufadora. Have you ever done?
I've been to La Bufadora, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Fishing that
I've
coast.
I've never fished, but I have been to
Oh,
La
okay.
Bufadora.
Yeah, fishing that area is so bitchin'.
Yeah.
We were on a ponga with Diego Nuno. He's a deckhand on the Royal Star, but he has a little ponga also. And my kids and I, and James, Philip was in the stern with Diego. My son Patrick and I, we were laying down. It was pitch dark. The sky was full of stars. And we were just looking up, and Patrick was going, this is so bitchin'. And
Oh, yeah.
on the one hand, I don't even know if there's life jackets on there. We don't have one on. And you're like, we're running full speed at night, pitch black. So you're like thinking kind of like, well, something went wrong. I hope we're going to be okay. But You know, you got to be a little risk taker in this life to enjoy
yeah.
things. So beautiful, man. I love that. All right, let's see. Arnie K, Bookmaster General, says hello and happy fall. Do you know Bookmaster General?
Wow.
Does that ring a bell with you?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see. Chris.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you do?
That's my nephew.
Your nephew.
Bookmaster. It's probably his dad, my
All right.
brother-in-law.
All right, awesome. How about Christine Croft?
That's my lovely wife.
Talk about your Alaska backing adventures, Jay. Christine wants to hear about it. My shark, my Friedman Adventure sign.
So,
Oh man, look at that.
I don't know if she wants to hear about Alaska or my Canada backpacking.
Well, she says talk about your Alaska backing adventures, Jay.
Oh, so my
So
dad,
I think that she wants to hear about your Alaska.
So, my dad and I went up to Alaska and we chartered a boat and limited out on halibut, giant halibut, barn doors.
Like how big?
Uh,
What was the biggest?
100 pounds.
Nice.
I mean, we call those barn doors compared to what we catch down here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And Captain Woody, who's here, he used to be a charter captain in Alaska. So, but we were up in Alaska. We limited out on halibut, and the guy's like, "Well, you guys paid for a halibut trip. We're going in." My dad looks at him. He's like, "No, we're not. We paid for 8 hours. We're going
Yeah.
for salmon." He's like, "We'll help you re-rig." And then we were getting kings and cohos, and it was just, I mean, fishing up there is a whole different game. It's the wide open. I mean, most places we went was wide open.
I've never been up there.
It's the
I gotta
last
go.
frontier.
Yeah, I gotta
So,
go. I really. I
Woody-
know a lot of
Woody
people
just
up
got
there.
back.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got, looks like 300 pounders. I don't know how big they were, but they were.
Oh, he had some
massive,
huge halibut.
Giant.
Where'd he fish out of?
I don't know.
We'll have to ask
You
him.
wanna ask him? Oh,
Woody.
Yep.
Woody's out drinking with those
Yeah,
jokers,
exactly.
isn't he? Man, I'll tell you, I definitely got to go. I always go south. I like hot weather,
Mm-hmm.
and I speak Spanish, so I'm able to do that. Woody, how big were your halibut?
How big?
Do you
were
want to come in
our
here and tell? Just don't knock that camera and just speak into the shark's
so
nose.
we went up
W-
to
wait,
Sitka.
Woody, introduce yourself.
Hey,
Speak into the shark nose.
I'm Captain Woody. I'm a captain here out of Huntington Beach. We just do private charters. I used to work up in Alaska and Sitka.
Oh, you did?
And oh yeah,
Nice.
for about 5 years deckhanding and captaining towards the end.
Yeah.
Got tired of getting my butt kicked up there.
What weather?
Weather, well, I still love it, but I'm a California boy, so came back down here. But I go up there every year, and I just got back from a trip, and we did good. We got some. I think our biggest halibut was about 160 pounds.
Nice.
So I mean, we've caught them, plenty bigger. But for 3 days of fishing, I can't complain. Putting some big flatties on the boat and Lingcod too, and just all the Alaskan stuff.
All right, and what are
Great
you doing?
time.
What are you doing here now, Woody? And how
So-
can people get a hold of you? So tell us what you're doing.
So
You don't mind if he cuts in on
Oh,
your
no,
time,
no.
do you? If you
why
do,
I'm
I'll
here.
throw him out of here.
That's why
Okay.
he's here.
Oh, okay. No, I'm kidding,
he
Woody.
puts up with me sometimes. So.
Tim's next, I guess. Yeah.
So you can look at our charters at deepsea-fishing.com.
Deepsea-fishing.com.
Deepsea-fishing.com. Super easy, straightforward. Check me out. Yeah, we do inshore, offshore, whatever you want to do. Spotted bay bass, lobster hooping. I got the boat and the hair, and
Hey, would you share a little? Will you share a little of that
You
with
gotta
me?
get in line, Phil. I got
I
a lot
know.
of people that
Jeez, Woody, that's not cool.
Okay, we can work something out maybe.
One more time. What's that info?
Deepsea-fishing.com. That's our website. That's the best way to get a hold of us and check us out and, get some more info on booking a charter.
Thanks for being part of our studio
Yeah.
audience. Thanks for this cameo appearance.
Yes. No,
And,
pleasure to be here and, I'm looking forward to getting out with Captain Jay again.
Be careful
Very
out
soon.
there with Chef Jason. Has he got that bottle open yet?
Not yet, but we'll work
Greg.
on that here shortly.
All right, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Greg, nice to see you, my friend. Yes, sir. You want to come in here or not? No. All right, Greg, you brought some clothing, right? All right, Greg Bates with a bunch of clothing from Mexico. You're number one, Greg. Thank you. Greg's going to be on the Relentless with me this Sunday night out of H&M Landing in beautiful San Diego. We still have 2 spots left. If you want them, send me a text, 657-227-6459, and we'll get you on there. Greg, thanks for all you do. This guy, And he's going to leave now. Watch, but so I gave $100 because somebody donated $100 to a family's house that burned down in Mexicali. So I gave Alejandro $100. He saw that, walked over and handed her $400. And so the kids and everybody were able to buy bandages and medicine and all that stuff. So thank you very much for doing that kind of great stuff. Tim salutes you too. Tim, you're coming on there in a second too. We're going to get you on. Great show so far, man. I got to tell you. More likes, guys. We're up to 41 now.
Nice.
We're moving close to 1 million views here.
I heard,
so
yeah.
thank God, man. That just proves that people have no taste if they're watching me that many times, right? I mean, it's living proof.
We got all of us on,
Yeah, that's why I'm getting Woody on here and Tim. I'm trying to boost our ratings, get me out of the
The
picture.
lights just drastically go up.
Yeah, it was Woody.
Yeah.
Woody. Woody, I'm gonna have to get some hair, man. This is it. Obviously, the likes went up. There they go again. Let's see. Does that work? No.
Oh, they're going down.
Yeah, I know. I'm screwed, man. All right, let me catch up here. I might even let's see. Cue ball. Circle only, sticks in the corner. J hook stick any place it lands. All right, that's his event. Where's Captain Woody? He's my boy. He's right here. Hey, Christine says hi, Woody. You know Christine?
Hi, Christine.
He says hi to you, Christine. Sea West Outdoors. Woody is the man. He took Jay and I out on a wide open calico bite. One of the greatest fishing days ever. Well, yeah. This Sea West guy loves you guys.
Oh, yeah. So Chris and I, we've actually booked a charter with Woody. And that was kind of our test in the water to see if I really wanted to be a captain, do something more than just be a recreational boater.
Yeah.
We went out with Woody, with our buddy Marcus, who couldn't make it tonight. But Woody put us on the most wide open calico bite I've ever been on.
Really?
Yes.
And when was this? How long ago?
This was summer of 21, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Woody's the man, huh?
Yes.
Not only got the hair, but he's a great captain, it sounds like. Okay.
He's pretty fishy.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've noticed. Tony Russo, Phil, if you go to Alaska, go end of July into August, correct, Woody?
That's a good time.
That's a great
Depends
time.
on what kind of salmon you want.
That way you can fish king, silver, reds, and pinks in even years, all in the same trip. All right, that sounds like great sage advice. Tony, thank you. My friend, Fresh One, Fishing and Camping, love your show. Going on the Mustang October 2nd. Hope the fishing keeps up. Hey, thank you so much. We deeply appreciate your support. It means so much to us, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck October 2nd. I hope you really get them. All right, Jeff Yeomans, 540 Slinger. Jeff Yeoman, great guy, veteran. Do you know him?
No, but I missed the casting thing, and I was.
Oh,
I was-
okay.
I
Yeah,
was-
Jeff was a big part of that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you know more about this than me. I mean, Anthony asked these morning briefing questions. He's going to come in here and do that a little bit later. Like Phil said, blah 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 in the morning briefing. I don't even remember what it was. I'm standing there for a half hour on the beach, blah 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 blah. So sometimes I forget, and people they get it better than I do. Is the bulk of the yellowfin tuna fishing happening south of the border, or have they shown up in U.S. waters? So I'll take the Mexico situation because I just got doped up on that.
Right.
So I talked to Sean Hardigan, who runs the Mission Bell out of Point Loma Sport Fishing. Those day and a half boys are down there at 80 miles. So they're fishing that, mostly 5 to 10 pound yellowfin tuna. There's some bigger fish in there. So Jeff, that's where that fish is. And then Sean and those guys, they can't obviously leaving in the morning and coming back in the evening, but they go 40 miles, which is unbelievable when you think about it, and get a day out of it, like the San Diego, the Mahi-mahi, all those guys. Mahi-mahi today with limits of Dorado, big day. They're fishing yellowfin and seeing a lot of it. And Sean had 20-something fish the other day, and I'll tell you a funny story about Sean right now. And he said they were all 25-pounders, so they were nice. Do you know Scott Buchert?
I've heard his name before.
All right, so
on the
Scott
podcast.
was crank calling me last night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. So crank calling the hell out of me, and I kind of hear it, and so I look, and it's Scott, and I go, that little, so I hang up, and so at 2:45, I have to take a leak. And I go, I'll crank him right back. So I call him. He goes, hello, hello. And I go, hey, my car's broken down. Can you help me? And he's like, no, I got to sleep. I really got to sleep. And I go, Scott. All of a sudden, I hear Sean's voice. And he's in Scott's room, obviously. And he goes, Scott, what time did you set your alarm for? And Scott goes, no, Phil, it's Phil. He's calling me. And he goes, Phil's calling you at 2:45. I don't believe it. He goes, I'm sick of it. I got to get up at 3:30. I want to sleep. So he goes, talk to Phil. So, of course, click. I hang up, hey, there's no Phil here. It's your alarm clock. So I screwed Scott right back. I haven't heard from him today, but I'm sure I will. Chris Jackson, Woody was a great captain when he took me out. I guess he's no longer a great captain. He was a great captain. No, he's talking about that. He's talking about a past trip. Oh, there's Woody. I didn't know you were here. I would never make.
Okay.
I'm the kind of guy that talks behind your back. I would never make fun of you face to face. Hey, good to see you.
What's up, man?
Hermano, ¿cómo está todo?
Oh.
Hace mucho tiempo. Where were you?
Fishing?
Where? Pursuit?
No, man. Like, no.
Oh, just.
Native son.
Oh, how was it?
Not
Malo.
bad today.
Okay, no problema. How many fish? How many Dorado? Dos Dorados on the native sun. All right, we appreciate the
It
update.
wasn't a good day.
Are you going to stay and watch the show?
I'll
O
watch
tiene
it.
que salir?
I'll watch you guys for a little bit.
All right, perfect. It's so good to see you.
Thanks for the hat.
Oh, no problem. My pleasure. Dawa hat. All right, there it is. Native Sun had 2 today, so it still is a little hit and miss. I think it's this wind.
Yeah,
I really do. What do you think?
I think so too. As I was coming home, it was blowing hard, and that was at like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think last night it was really blowing at Surfside, and it's supposed to blow pretty hard on Wednesday evening. We're leaving on a 2-day trip, and then Thursday, Friday looked great.
yeah, I
Looked
heard
like,
you mentioned it was going to be bumpy going out. And,
I think so.
yeah, but
Which is the replay of our last Amigo trip, and we just freaking really had a great trip. Really, really great trip. The nighttime bluefin fishing was not that great, but everything else, Dorado fishing was great, so hopefully we'll get that. Incidentally, if you're on that trip tomorrow night on the Pride, Sean Roberts is taking the trip off, but Bruce Smith, you know Bruce?
no.
Ran the Shogun for many, many years. I haven't seen him for a long time. Bruce and I did so many, probably done hundreds of interviews together. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. And he's a very capable fisherman, so I can't wait to see that. All right, Woody was a great captain. I like that. Woody, I hope you can redeem yourself.
I'm trying.
All right, Christine is back. Can't wait to hear you talk about your upcoming fish survey trip. Christine,
Yes.
I almost forgot about that. And thanks to you, we turn it over to you. Now, what's going on? What is this? You do this annually, right?
The aggressor does. Yes.
All right, so
And
tell everybody what it is exactly. What do you do?
So we go out and there's 300 spots that are predetermined by NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
Yeah.
And between 3 boats, we go out and survey every spot for stock assessment.
Okay.
And we're fishing deep. 5 Ganyan hooks with 5-pound weights and pulling up rockfish.
So you're fishing like 100 fathoms or better? Or?
Yeah, or more.
Yeah.
So because we're with them, they want to see what's in the closures too.
Yeah.
So we have
Oh,
that
man, I'd like
opportunity.
to freaking be on those
It's
trips.
a trip of a lifetime.
Those cows and
Yeah.
everything?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we'll get cow cod and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Warthogs, everything. Yeah.
And they take fin clippings and ear bone, and they do
Ear bone
obviously-
determines the age?
Yes.
Okay.
And then weights and measures, all kinds. So and then and I'm going to be gone for like 8 days, 9 days, something like that. So I'm doing the second half of the trip, which is the southern part. So we're fishing Catalina, Clemente, Tanner, Cortez, all the way down to the border. Like
You realize that sport fishing rests upon your shoulders, and you
Yes.
catching lots of fish on this and showing that the stock is in great shape.
It's why Captain Phil invited me.
Because of the pressure or what?
No, because he knows I know how to catch fish.
Oh,
I'm
perfect.
just kidding.
Okay. Yeah, Tim is not going for that. Might be time to get Tim in here and let him.
I tried.
So, and I'm, I've heard some talk about, they're going to reduce the amount of time we can fish rockfish, but I don't think anything's etched in stone at this time. And I hear, one story where it's not going to be south of Point Conception, and so we just got to be patient with this. And I understand that you're going to share some of your observations with Friedman Adventures before you talk to your. Are you married? Yeah, you're married. Before you talk to your wife, or Woody, or Tim, or any of these guys, you're coming direct to me
I'll
first,
call
right?
in halfway through the trip.
God, I love you. I don't care what these guys say about you, man. That's great. So, and then they take that assessment, and I assume they make decisions about limits and
Future closures.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So
it's got to be great fishing on those areas.
I'm sure it's going to be interesting.
So let me ask you this, because I know there's a lot of conspiracy guys out there. Is it possible you go out there and it's wide open and fantastic, and you've determined that it's great fishing, and they still say, yeah, but still, we're going to close it down? Do you
Yeah.
feel like that's possible or not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I know Mike Thompson, who's the owner of the Aggressor. He has, he's been doing it for a while, and he thinks everything that they've done has just helped rebuild
Okay.
stock.
That's great to see that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that we need to realize that as fishermen that they're not against us, are they?
No.
I mean, but that's the dynamic that some people want to put out there, that they're out there to kill us and they don't like fishermen, and
Right.
you feel like they're trying to protect the stock.
I think so.
Yeah, and some of these measures, while painful, are necessary to help with the recuperation of certain species.
Based on their research and findings, that's what's been presented. So-
Okay.
And it affects us too, as working on a sport boat as a private boater. It's no fun when you can only keep 3. Everyone wants to keep more, but it just means you got to go out the next day and you get 3 more.
There you go. What's wrong with that? All right. Chris Jackson says, Timmy. Do you know Chris Jackson? Who is he?
One of my best friends.
All right. Hey, thank you, Chris. Thank you for watching. We're going to get Tim on here in just a moment. You're okay with that?
Oh, of course.
You get to make those decisions.
Yeah,
If
no, of course.
You want to throw Tim out of here, that's up to you.
Think
You're
it-
good with Tim, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Chris Jackson. Oh, no. Let me see. 540 Slinger. Is the ball. Oh, no. I read these. I'm going insane. He's a great captain. Can't wait to hear you talk about. Okay, here we go. So, who catches more fish? Woody or Captain J? Woody's smiling over there. Oh, Woody! You defer to Woody.
Only because he goes fishing every day.
Has he caught you with a girlfriend or something, and
No.
you're afraid he's going to tell your wife, or does he have some photos of you? Well, you gave in awfully easy.
No, Woody's he's a damn good stick.
That's good to hear. All right,
So-
I'm happy to hear. I can't wait to fish with you, Woody, and you too, Tim. That'll be fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be good. All right. Good evening, everybody. Israel de la Cruz is a super good guy, a guy that donates a lot to Mexico. Just got off the Apollo, had a fabulous trip. Israel, I don't know if you caught the morning briefing, but I featured you in there catching fish on the Apollo. My friends Ricky Carbajal and Jeff Jessup own that boat now, and they're doing a great job. John M. asking for a friend, looking for a good charter to go on. What do you want to fish, John? That's the first question. But if you want to fish inshore,
Captain Woody.
Captain Woody. And do you know his information?
Yeah, it's deepsea-fishing.com.
All right, very good. Now, if you want to go shark fishing, this is a good time to have Tim walk in here.
Yes.
Tim, come on in. Introduce yourself to everybody. Put your arm around, play like you really like him. I like that.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Tim Nolan, owner of Rusty Hook Fishing Crew, LLC. We specialize in shark fishing and all-around fishing, tackle advice. Recently, we're actually going to be starting a branch, or basically an organization that will run inside with Rusty Hooks Fishing for veterans with PTSD, basically helping them get out there and, basically back to normal life, stuff like that. That's
Tim.
what works.
Great stuff.
So,
Awesome.
That's a big thing that we're going to be getting out there, so we'll be having more information on our website as well. We have a website.
Talk a little closer to that mic right there.
Our information will be on our website as well for the veterans that we're going to be working on pretty soon. This guy right here is one of my best buds on fishing, and me and him, we make it happen all the time. So
Tim, you were mentioning that you are really involved and concerned about the conservation of sharks. So you're not just some guy out there trying to kill every shark that you see. You're interested in that also, right?
absolutely. So the
As
reason
you're talking to the shark head.
So I actually started my company in 2015. We went official in 2021. And the main reason that we started is basically to bridge the gap between shark fishing and, you have Jaws from back of the day, to where everyone's looking at, oh, you hear shark fish, and they're just bringing them up on the shore, killing them by the hundreds, and that's not at all what we're doing. Basically trying to bridge the gap from people that are scared of sharks.
Move a little bit closer, because we can see you there.
There you go.
To the basically helping out with the stigma of shark fishing being so taboo, and like I said, you have the basically anytime you hear shark fishing you think of Jaws, and basically people killing them by the hundreds, when we're actually doing the opposite. Our whole point is to get people out there to interact with them in a positive way for the entire community to basically see. Very educational, very much so trying to get everyone involved versus just having one little niche of people involved in it. So kids, family, like I said, we're trying to work with the veterans, getting them out there with helping out with PTSD, just coming back with a normal life, stuff like that. And basically it's mainly huge for community. So.
Man, you told me that you were bringing a bunch of schmucks in here, and then you bring these upstanding citizens doing great things in the community. James, you shouldn't disparage these guys like that. He didn't say that, but it really, Tim, my hat's off to you, because I say it all the time, it's more than fishing. And then when you start to reach out and help our veterans, guys that have given it all for us, man, you got my deep and abiding respect.
Absolutely, and it's amazing hearing you do the donations for the clothing down in Mexico and everything like that. That's huge work. Like I said, it's all about community, so that's it's amazing.
And you say that, and that's that Friedman Adventures family, but it's also your family.
Absolutely.
Because you're doing these great things, and all these fishermen, all these outdoors people, who sometimes get labeled as, oh, you're just out there killing, doing a lot of great things in the community. I salute you for that.
We appreciate that.
All right, what's your information if people want to get in touch with you?
So we have an Instagram. It's going to be rustyhooksfishingcrew.llc, and that's on Instagram. We also have a website that has some of our merch, has some of our trip information, has some of our tackle. That's going to be rustyhooksfishingcrew.bigcartel.com. So.
All right, Tim, thank you.
Thank
we
you
may
very
get
much.
you back on here again, man.
Appreciate it.
We will. We'll spend some time with you in the future.
Absolutely.
Don't get into that bottle with those guys out there. Watch
You
out.
might just have to.
Yeah, you're off now. You can start celebrating. All right, let's see. Newport Landing. Christine's back again. Christine, you're going to have to be in. Where is she? Is she around there?
No, she's in Texas.
Oh, Christine, get on a plane. I'm going to interview you here. Newport Landing recycles fishing line.
Yes.
Talk about that.
So we have a
There we go.
fishing line recycling program, obviously, because we have tens of thousands of anglers a year. We go through a lot of fishing line on the
Yeah.
rail rods. So we work with Berkeley with their fishing line recycling program. And what they do is they take our used fishing line, we ship it to them. We've just got a big cardboard box. We send it over to them. And they turn it into plastic cubes, and they use it to make artificial reefs.
Wow, that's great.
So
Do you ask anglers if you're going to change your line, bring it into the office, or do you just
so
on the
mainly,
rental
this is
rods?
mainly
or-
rental rod stuff.
Yeah.
So and then, anything I got, I'll take in and.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Another great thing you guys are doing. All right, Sea West Outdoors. Jay makes his own custom fishing lures. Did you bring me one tonight?
I didn't.
Oh, you dirty! I mean, well, what a shame. Ask about the custom bird chovy lure.
Oh.
Is this another thing that's going to get you in trouble?
No, we can talk about this. This was.
Oh, perfect.
The Coastal Social Northern event.
Yeah.
The first year that Chris and Matt put it on.
Yes.
We were, we'll just say, struggling to say the least.
You mean to catch a fish?
Yes.
Okay.
And we were doing everything in our power to even just get a bite. And I grabbed 2 lures out of the tackle box.
Yeah.
And it was a bucktail and a swim bait, and I put the swim bait on the bucktail.
Oh, really?
And we called it the bird chovy.
And did it work?
No.
But it was.
We were throwing stuff at the wall to see what would stick.
That's
at that point.
hilarious. Javier Lopez, I remember. Hey, give us a like out there, please, if you're listening. We really need your likes. They help us so much. And please ask James or anybody else around here. We'll get Woody back in there or Tim or whoever you want to talk to. And a little bit later on, we're going to have Jason and our friend Anthony on the show. So we'll definitely do that also. Javier Lopez, I remember when Jim Matthews, a good friend of mine, I've been talking to Jim for a long time, put out an article about money from fishing license going to people, organizations who don't want us to fish. Any truth to that? I don't know.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Well, Jim's a good journalist, and I'd have to see the article. Let's put it that way. I don't know. Chris Jackson, Rusty Hooks will put you on the fish. That's Tim, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Willie, is he a good skipper? He looks like fishy to me,
Yeah,
too.
and so Tim, they used to do kayak drops because they do a lot of shore fishing.
Yeah.
And now Tim's got a drone. He's got a drone, but it's a drone that has a release clip on it, so he can fly it out and drop it, so he no longer has to kayak out in the middle of the night.
Oh, wow. So I get how you do that, but are you looking to drop it in front of a fish? Are you looking with the drone?
No, so it's more,
Just to get distance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, theoretically, could you
yeah.
see a thresher shark?
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, drop it.
Yeah, exactly.
How bitchin' is that?
That would be awesome.
That's like a freaking ultimate video game because you see it, then you drop it, and then you get bit. Oh, come on. That would be so cool.
That would, and the footage of that would be
Oh, my God. Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, and you're going to give that to Friedman Adventures first,
Of
right?
course.
Screw all these other guys. Right, Anthony?
That's right.
We don't even care. All right, let's see. Israel says it was an amazing trip talking about the Apollo. Lots of activity out there yesterday, from short fin whales feeding on anchovies to a big hammerhead looking to snack on one of my Dorados.
Nice.
Man, how cool is that when you see all of that life? It's
yeah.
amazing what's going on right now. Dorado, you're talking about wahoo maybe, whales, just
Oh, the mola-molas have been
mola-molas
everywhere.
are everywhere, whale sharks.
Mm-hmm.
So much going on. Israel, I'm so happy you had a great trip. Don't forget Relentless, 2 spots, Sunday night, $450, day and a half. We are fishing till dark on Monday. Going to be a great trip. 657-227-6459. And we'll get you signed up on that. I'm not going to be able to respond until after the show if you're sending in stuff, so hang on. Scott Dickerson, I wonder if you could talk about the parking and handicap parking and our Davies Locker in Newport run as one landing.
Yes, so Newport Landing and Davies Locker are sister companies. They're
Yeah.
owned by the same people. Handicap parking down in Newport, you can park anywhere you want, anytime, no tickets.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, pier parking at the Balboa Municipal Lot, that's your best option. And if you get there early enough and you can find street parking, that's also a good option. But they do have street sweeping on the left side of the street on Wednesdays and the right side of the street on Monday. One of the two.
Yeah.
There's street sweeping over there.
So you got to be careful about
Yeah.
that. But then,
Tickets are expensive. My first day, I got a $72 street sweeping.
Ouch!
Yeah, that was not fun.
how'd you get that? You didn't weren't aware, or you
I
just forgot?
Wasn't even
In a
thinking,
rush or
yeah.
whatever? Yeah. Okay. All right. The John M. Captain J is true pretzels are good luck on the boat. Is it true that pretzels are good luck on a boat?
We don't leave the dock without a bag of pretzels.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so what's the story on that?
Okay, so we were over
Oh, is this that whole thing?
yeah, so we were over in Catalina, and I had taken my eyes off the horizon for like 2 seconds while we were still underway, and we hit the wake of another boat and just launched. And the whole bag of pretzels just exploded all over the boat. So then that became Captain Pretzel.
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
No, but I'll explain more later.
Oh, okay. It gets worse.
That's the gist of the story.
Gotcha. Okay. And then the Coast Guard rescued you after you sank.
No,
or something.
no. It was
Oh.
just there were soggy pretzels in the auto drains and all kinds of stuff. So.
All right, I know what to get you for Christmas, right?
Perfect.
Pretzels, right? For sure. Lipper the Fisherman attending late, but sounds like a great show. I was wondering if there's been any talk about sorties in the canyon off Newport. Any swordfish chatter going on?
So I know the girls that and the guys that run Newport Coastal Adventures, which is the rib boat whale watching.
Yeah.
They had some crazy footage of a giant swordfish.
Yeah?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Like a 300-pound fish or bigger?
It looked giant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I couldn't tell from the picture, but it wasn't a small fish.
And was it swimming or sleeping or
Yeah,
what?
no, it was just on the surface, just kind of cruising.
Wow. How bitchin' is that?
That was awesome.
Wow, that's great. All right, there you go. Albert Ponce. Hi, everybody. Albert Ponce came to my rescue. My transmission went out in my car, and I called Albert, and Albert set me up with somebody right away. So, Albert, it's good to hear from you. Hi, Crystal. Hi, kids. Hope you're doing great. 540 Slinger says, Bruce Smith is a legend. He is, and I'm really looking forward to being with him on the Pride tomorrow night. Everybody who's on the Pride, that is going to be a great trip. What's up, dude? And the kids are here. Come over here. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
All right, Anthony's kids are here, and we're going to have Anthony on a little bit, so we'll have more of that. Doug Rubin, he runs the El Sueño down there in San Diego. Great tuna fishing on the Grande today. Doug, I didn't get the whole story, but I heard they had a hell of a bite, mostly on bluefin, it sounded like, and it sounded like really, really great fishing. I mean, San Diego, I mean, up here too. I mean, did you see where the Aloha Spirit had 100 Dorado and a couple of bluefin? And they had 2 Dorado up in Oregon in 55-degree water, didn't they?
Yep.
What is going on this year? And it's a La Nina year.
Right. We were supposed to have albacore, remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember. Don't rub it in. They're catching them up there up north, but man, I'll tell you, they didn't get down this way. But it's just like so counterintuitive this year. It's supposed to be a cool water year. It's boiling hot water, and now we got Dorado up in Oregon.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? I mean, it's unbelievable. You ever seen anything like this?
No, when my dad had his boat and I was still in high school, so it was either late 2000s or late 90s, early 2000s, there was a El Nino, and I remember people were getting, 1s and 2s Dorados on patties in between here and Catalina, but that was the last time I remember it.
Do you notice the festive atmosphere tonight at the Friedman Adventures Live Podcast?
Oh,
You
yeah.
hear all that?
Oh, yeah.
There's a giant party going on out in the other room. Woody has broken into the bottle of rum, so I don't know if we'll be able to interview him anymore. Tim ran out after he did his little cameo appearance.
Well, now I'm
I'm sure
smelling
he's
food.
into that thing. Oh, yeah. And I hear the kids are here, Anthony's kids. It's great. It's a festive atmosphere for sure. Hit that like button. There's a ton of people watching. You're doing a fantastic job, and it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having
I mean,
me.
you
I
were
appreciate
talking
it.
about how excited you were to be on the show. Not more excited than I was to have you on the show. So, did we talk about all the boats that run out of Davies Locker in Newport? What's
have.
available? Go ahead.
So we have the Thunderbird, obviously Markland's boat.
Markland,
is-
I mean, I've had him on the show. I need to have him on again. I've never fished with him, but I hear it over and over and over again. Not only is he a funny guy, but he's a very capable fisherman. And the operation is just really well done.
Yes.
From everybody I hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a top-notch guy.
Apex kind of
Yeah.
operation, right? Yeah.
I went on I got drone footage of the Thunderbird the other day.
Oh, you did?
And I sent it to him. And there's just like stacks of bluefin heads all over the back
Wow,
deck. as
how
they're cleaning
bitchin'
it.
is that? Send me that, man.
Oh,
I'll
well,
run that
yeah.
tomorrow or whatever. That sounds like a great shot.
So, and then we have the Patriot, we have the Aggressor, we have the Western Pride, and the Freelance.
Okay, yeah.
So,
And fishing this year has been outstanding. I'm not sure.
Phenomenal.
Do you know what they did today? Probably not.
not yet. I haven't heard back. From
Yeah, and it sounds like here there was some catches and there was some misses. So it sounded like the Pursuit had 70, I think Jason said, and the Native Son had 2. It sounded like. It still comes down to a little bit of luck finding the right kelp, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I remember you went out on the Mahi-mahi. And,
Yeah.
you
Oh, my God.
Limited out today, and other days you just keep running into the kelp that's either already been picked clean or it's just not holding for whatever reason.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Dan Smith. Hello, Philip. Dan's a great guy. Thanks, Dan and Kim, for all your great support. Can we hook up with you and Anthony sometime Sunday before you head out? We can pick up the pink gaff from Anthony and give you a couple of bags of stuff from Mexico, Danny and Kim. Yeah, can we do that? Anthony,
Yeah.
can we meet Danny and Kim with that gaff? Are you going to bring the gaff on Sunday?
On Relentless.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can meet them in the afternoon or...
I'm gonna go down early to meet.
Me too. Are you going to drive with Jason or what?
Let's all go together.
Yeah, right.
Israel.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah, we got to meet Israel too. We got stuff. So we got a bunch of stuff that people have won, and Anthony's going to be back later with some questions. And in fact, Anthony and Jason are going to be on the show, and you can go out there and have a drink with these crazy guys in this festive atmosphere. But yes,
Awesome.
definitely,
This is Boston.
Dan, we'll definitely make that happen for you. Christine is back. Christine's keeping the show going because the host can't think of brilliant questions. So I'm serious. She's great. Christine, thanks. Jay, how was fishing while backpacking? So we're back in Alaska now, I
No,
think.
this is north of Minnesota in the boundary waters
Oh, wow.
of Canada.
Oh, how was it?
That was some of the most epic freshwater fishing. I mean, trophy-sized bass, giant northern pike.
What time of year were you there?
August.
Okay. Was it hot?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we actually caught the tail end of Katrina one year.
Oh,
it was
wow.
A little windy, kind of
Rain?
rainy, but it was bring dry goods and catch walleye for protein.
Nice.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We were gone for 9 days both times.
Wow. And just the adventure itself, the views, I imagine, were spectacular.
Oh yeah, and you're lucky if you see one or two other people all week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have that secluded, away from everything kind of feeling.
And no gas-powered boats, no electric boats. You
Oh,
can't fly
great.
a float plane in. You got to hike in to get there. So the
Wow.
further you get, the more wild it gets.
What about wildlife? Do you see bears?
Yeah,
or?
we saw a bear. We saw. I think we saw a beaver. But yeah, I mean, bald eagles eating our fish carcasses off the rocks. All kinds of crazy stuff. So fresh picked blueberries for blueberry pancakes for shake and pour in the breakfast.
Wow.
breakfast. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
So-
Did you see any animals like, they talk about chupacabras and things like that? Something that, looks like Woody? You see
Yes.
anything like that?
We saw the elusive tuna bass.
Oh, there you are.
Yes.
Yeah. I tell you, if I saw something like Woody out in the woods, I think I'd scream. So I just woke up and like, what the? Just kidding, Woody.
But yeah, those
I
fish-
love that head of hair of Woody.
Oh, yeah.
I'm jealous. I really
When
am.
he wears his visor and it just goes like full fro.
Yeah, he looks like Larry from the Three Stooges,
Yes.
doesn't he? A little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah. How old are you?
37.
Oh, okay. You're young. Did you ever watch the Three Stooges?
No.
When I met my wife in Costa Rica, I met her, and then she goes, "I want to, kiddo." She doesn't speak English, so she wanted me to meet her father. The first time I met her father, swear to God, we go in and he's watching the freaking Three Stooges in Spanish, and I go, I have found the right family.
Yeah,
I'm
perfect.
in, man. That's it. You want to get married? I'm in. Three Stooges in Spanish, and he's laughing his ass off at this. I'm in.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. All right, let's see. Thunderbird, Cue Ball says, Thunderbird fishes hard. They get them. Killer boat. We've already said that,
Yep.
and it's true, right?
All of our boats are awesome.
Yeah. You don't want to single just Jeff out, right? You want to tell everybody.
Thunderbird has a little more opportunity since they're our overnight boat.
Yeah.
So
Just if you did you watch our Amigo fishing video?
I think so.
So, I made it very clear. We had a good bite
Oh,
going,
yeah.
but Jeff called us in.
Yeah.
And, I thanked him a couple times in that video. So, yeah, man, he's got such a great reputation. And he's funnier than hell, too.
Yeah.
And he really doesn't have much of a filter, I don't think. He just kind of lets it go, right?
Yes.
He's not worried about
No.
being politically correct or any of that stuff. So that's kind of funny. Andrew K. asked Jay about his secret lobster spot.
Come on.
Really, dude?
What kind of question is that?
Can you answer that?
It's
You don't have to divulge where it is, but
so we found
a local spot?
yes, and it produces very well. And
What does that mean? Define that a little bit clearer. Limits?
not limits, but big ones. So actually, our first night of ever attempting to lobster hoop, my wife Christy caught a 9-pound.
That's a
lobster.
nice one.
It's huge, and it's on my Instagram. You can see it.
Did you eat it?
Oh yeah,
How was it?
damn good.
Phenomenal,
Yes.
right?
It
Love
fed
lobster.
5 of us.
Oh my
It was
God.
huge.
How'd you cook it?
I have a Traeger, so I smoke everything. I smoke all my fish.
You smoke lobster?
Yeah,
How's that come out?
awesome.
I bet, huh? Really?
Yeah,
Tim says, I gotta try that, man.
Little surf and turf on the smoker.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh man, that sounds so good. That really does. All right. What kind of boats does Woody have? You can answer that, right? Or do we need to get Woody back in
Woody's
here?
got Robalo Caymans, and I think he's got a 23 and a 25.
So Robalo Cayman, can you describe that a little bit for somebody who may not know anything about that boat?
So it's a little bit shorter gunnel. It's more like a. Say, oh, there he is. Okay, let him talk.
Oh, Woody.
He's like, don't answer anything.
Hey, Woody, get a
Yes.
little closer. You need to
Yes.
go bald here, and then you'll
Oh,
look like
this is why they call
Do you
me
know
that
who
again?
Larry from the Three Stooges is?
Yup.
Yeah, you'd like that. Would be. I'd love that, man. If you went with a Larry look, I'd be all
Larry
over.
look.
I just described to everybody that I married my wife from Costa Rica because her father was watching the Three Stooges when I met him in Spanish and belly laughing. I said, "This is it."
Yeah.
I don't care if you read any novels or anything. If you like the Three Stooges, I'm good. All right. Yes.
So
Describe your boats right
our
there. There's the
boats-
mic.
Our boats, they are Robalo. We have a Robalo 246 Cayman and a 226 Cayman. They're both center consoles, kind of a big, flat, open bow style, trolling motor, hybrid, bay, ocean boats. Super spacious, comfortable, everything's padded, tons of seating. If you're not familiar with that one, they're similar to the Ranger Bay boats. They do have a little more width on top of the Ranger Bay boats that makes it easy to kind of get around. Onboard heads, big custom T-tops, plenty of rod holders, big bait wells. I mean, I think the boat has 80 gallons that you could use. We're not going to use that much. I mean, that much bait, but I mean, it's a hardcore fishing boat.
And do you have to bring your own gear, or do you have gear for?
We provide everything. We have
Wow.
all the gear. We just prefer you treat it like it was yours. But yeah, it's all. We have offshore gear, inshore gear, light spinners. Accurates for the offshore stuff, and we have all the hooping gear too. Traps. You don't have to supply anything. You just show up with your fishing license, and we have a good time.
I honestly, I'm not kidding. You look like a fun guy, both you guys, Tim and you, and all three of you guys.
Yeah.
You look like a fun guy to fish
Yeah,
with.
you spend enough time on the water, you get weird, and you got to entertain yourself sometimes.
Totally, right?
It carries over to everyone else too.
That's so true. One more time, your contact info.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's deepsea-fishing.com. That's the best way to find me. You can call me on there. You can find my number there. Check out the whole operation and get out on the water. I mean, have a great time. We do hardcore guys, pro fishermen to first-time fishermen. Very first time. You don't want to get on the party boat and not know what you're doing and not have hands-on help. I'm going to be there to hold your hand and make sure you catch a fish.
You're holding his hand right now.
You're
Yes.
going to catch some fish out
Can you?
there.
Yes.
Here we go. No, I ain't you. You want to get a hold? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Love you. All right, beautiful, man. No, I'm definitely going fishing with Woody
Oh,
now.
we're going to go out. We'll have a good time.
Yeah. Thanks, Woody.
You're
All right, good
welcome.
stuff. Mark says, can you get a little closer to the mic, please?
sure.
So just lean in. Put your hands right around that thing and make love to that shark.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, he says, having a hard time hearing. All right, Israel says, Woody looks like TJ Ott from Wicked Tuna. Almost the same. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you grow your hair like that because of that reason?
Oh, yes.
Or did TJ Ott grow his hair because?
No, yeah, I was the
He
first
copied
one.
you.
He just got to the cameras first.
There you are. Okay, I'm going with Larry from the Three Stooges
There
because
we
I'm a
go.
big Larry fan. So I love Larry, and see if I could, have that love for you that I have for Larry, I'd be all over it. These guys look like great guys to fish with.
Oh,
Fun
they're
guys.
so much fun. And then even when Woody's out and we're on our boat, if either of us are struggling, we call each other in, and we work very, very well together.
And that's part of the beauty of fishing. I mean, you got to be with guys that are fun because you can be with grumpy, the fish aren't biting, they're grumpy. It's not about, hey, we all want to put the wood to them.
Oh, yeah.
We all want to throw on a bunch of fish. I'm all about that. But if you don't, you might as well have a freaking good time at
Yep.
the same time.
Two things we can't control: the weather and if the fish are going to bite.
Yeah, that's right. That's
you know.
right. So on Woody's rig or Tim's rig, do you bring your own food, or how's that work? Or does Woody have a barbecue
yeah.
and he's back there flipping burgers?
Bring your own food.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So and drinks, you'd bring your own beer and everything. Okay. And Woody allows beer drinking.
You bring as much alcohol as you think you can put down. I've seen it all.
Okay. Be careful. Yeah. I'm afraid of what's going on out there
Yeah,
right
me
now.
too.
Is yeah, look, too many smiles going on. All right. Yeah, so I mean, it's really about, having a great time on the water, right?
Oh, yeah.
Learning something. You can always learn something, right?
Exactly.
I get off. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Every single time we go out, whether it's out with Captain Phil and the Aggressor, or on my boat, or Woody's boat, or with Tim, you're learning something new all the time.
Your rockfish research thing, is it going to come at kind of a bad time because of this crazy fishing this year? I mean, you didn't anticipate probably wide open Dorado at the end of September.
We didn't, but we do get to, so it is a work trip.
Yeah.
Obviously, sun up to sundown. But we do get to fish. We might be able to get to fish, some night stuff, and I'm hoping that we get to attempt bluefin on the Cortez.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Even though that's not part of your research, right?
No, but that's personal time for us. So
Perfect.
if you don't want to sleep, you can go fish.
That's great, right?
Exactly.
Fantastic. That should be great. How many days are you fishing?
I'll be gone, I think, for 8 days.
8 days.
Yeah.
Are you out? Do you come back, or
We
you
do
stay
for
out
refuel and more provisions, stuff like that.
like
So
every 2 days, or?
every 2 or 3 days.
Oh, okay.
So when it's whatever port's closest, we'll go get fuel.
Yeah. Man, that sounds like fun. And do you? Yeah, obviously, if you're fishing rockfish, you keep all the fish,
I'm not sure how that works.
or you
quite yet.
using a descending device, or what?
No,
you don't know
no,
yet.
well, because they have to kill it to get the ear bone out.
Right.
So the descending device is right out the window.
Yeah, pretty much. Once you cut their ear bone out,
Yeah.
the descending device doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, does that fish get filleted and shared with everybody, or how does that work?
I know they cook it on the boat. I don't know how much we're going to keep or if we're allowed to keep any. That's all stuff that I'm going to find out.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
and you're going to share that when you come back.
Exactly.
That should be great. Let's see. Jamie Gutierrez says, "What's up, guys? The Friedman Adventures Live podcast is what is up, right?"
Exactly.
So, do you think that yellowfin? I mean, it's a guess on your part. You think we're going to get that yellowfin tuna up here? That small man. If we can get that 5 to 10 pound yellowfin, like 10 miles from the coast, where theoretically the half day guy could run out there and get a pop at that.
Right.
Oh my God, that would send this into a whole different, insane realm.
Oh, yeah.
Because A, they're catchable. B,
You can get it on a rent rod.
yeah. I mean, that's the perfect thing. 5 to 10 pound yellowfin tuna. Are you kidding me?
Right.
You can throw 100 of those on, and just about everybody can catch them. Do you think that's possible this year?
Maybe. I mean, like I said, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I mean, this
We're
year.
catching Dorado and we're getting a Lingcod in the same day.
I know. That's the guy that just brought the clothes in, Greg. He had a big old ling on Tanner while we were catching bluefin and big bonita and yellows, and he goes, I'm going to drop down and catch a ling guy, and he did, right away, nice big ling. So it was pretty cool. Did you have something to say, Tim?
Yeah,
Come on in here. So you're on mic.
Yeah, no, I just
No
wanted to
kissing.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's
don't worry.
on the boat.
Yeah.
No, no, I just want to bring up too that how crazy the fishing's just absolutely been lately. They just posted that in Alaska, in 55-degree water,
Oh, yeah.
they caught 2 bull Dorado.
What?
Yeah, in Oregon.
So-
was it Oregon?
Yeah.
Okay, Oregon. I'm sorry, mistake.
Well, that's all right, but
Still,
Yeah.
it's extremely cold water, extremely out of their realm and whatnot, and that alone is absolutely insane. I think so.
Tim, that's so true, man. It's
I think
just
only gonna get better
mind-boggling.
from here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Crazy.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
What's
are catching-
next?
People are catching halibut, bluefin, and Dorado on the same trip. It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
What?
well, look at that Channel Island thing, man.
Oh,
where
yeah.
Pat O'Brien, what a nice Irish lad he is, running the Aloha Spirit. Somebody was a Pat O'Brien fan, maybe, that named him, or just, an Irish kid. But, yeah, I mean, it's just mind-boggling. They can go out and catch 100 Dorado, 2 bluefin tuna, and they could have theoretically stopped at the islands and limited out on rockfish
Right.
on the same day. If somebody told me that was going to happen this year, I'd say, man, you've been hitting the bottle with Jason too much out
yeah.
there.
Well, I mean, we had that blob of cold water on the horseshoe for months, and we struggled.
Oh my God, it looked like it was getting really dicey. Fuel prices were up.
Yeah.
Nobody was getting out. Everybody was, and it looked like the end of sport fishing. Now, I'm being overly dramatic, but it looked like it was going to be a tough year, and there were going to be guys who were going to go out of business.
Right.
A few of the marginal guys, I thought were going to go down the tubes, and then all of a sudden, the Lord sends us all these Dorado, and man, it just turned into a historic season. And that's not hyperbole, right? It
Right.
is.
It is.
Historic. Anytime, you guys, I see those numbers. Have you had a day where Newport Landing and, I bet you have, Newport Landing and Davies Lockard had over 1,000 Dorado combined on a single day?
I don't know on a single day, but we
I bet you've been close.
We got close.
Yeah. Or if not exceeded that.
We'll say north of 700, I'm sure.
Yeah, I guarantee you that. Hey, ask James a question, or Tim, or Woody, or anybody for that matter. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. We will not let James go home until we get 100 likes. So is your wife at home, or she's doing
No,
something?
she's in Texas working.
Oh, well, we can keep you here then all night, right? Keep this thing going all night long.
Come to work.
Yeah, right. I'm with you on that. Dan Smith, wow, cold water Dorado. That means possibly Warm water albacore. I
Yes.
love the way he thinks. Hey, Phil, you still have a chance. I don't think so. Maybe. You never know.
Hey, cold water could move in the
Could.
fall. We get one big blow, it pushes all the cold water.
When we get that October, I don't know if Morro Bay counts or not, but I'm hoping it does. Scott Grant, great guy. Does Newport Landing have plans for newer, larger party fishing boats, or is the real estate cost prohibitive to add a new boat? Has carb restriction prevented building new boats?
I'm not sure. I don't think we have any plans for acquiring new boats right now. I know we are limited with length of the boat based on, obviously dock space, but, it also has to do with City of Newport Beach with parking restrictions based on how many people we can carry, how many passengers we can carry. And because we have our whale watching boats too, we're limited on that. So.
Yeah. And whale watching, how does that? That turned into a whole thing like probably 10 years ago, I want to say. Or maybe,
Yeah.
I mean, it was like something you did when in the wintertime, but then it just turned into, I think the light bulb went on and you thought, guys in this industry said, wait, there's a whole other
Right.
group of people that want to do this. Not the fishing public, but these other people. And man, I mean, you look at some guys have based their entire business model on that.
Oh yeah, and so we have Newport Coastal Adventures. They're all they do is whale watching.
Yeah.
And then I know the Nautilus used to be a fishing vessel. Yeah, I think it was a half-day boat. But
Yeah.
they ripped out the bait tank, put in seats, and they are our whale watching boat.
And are they year round?
Yeah.
Yeah, because so you have your gray whales in the wintertime, and then it turns into blue whales and
And
sometimes
humpbacks,
humpbacks, right?
They
Yeah.
saw a humpback. I think they saw a humpback off of Dana Point yesterday.
That's amazing. Yeah, and then somebody mentioned some other types of whales. And
Yeah, and we've seen fin whales. We saw fin whales on Woody's boat coming back from Clemente one day.
Did you see some whales recently, Greg? You're shaking your head?
No, but I've worked a lot of whale watch trips out of Davies.
Oh, okay. So,
Some stuff on it.
do you know this guy or not?
Stuff.
No.
Oh, okay.
You've seen it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, you'll get to know him when. Are you sticking around until the show's over? Oh, okay. Perfect. Great. Perfect. Greg's a great guy, as I already described to you. You-
Females, minke whales.
Greg's saying fin whales, minke whales. They've seen all kinds of great stuff. So,
Yeah, we've seen
That-
bottlenose dolphins recently.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw a ton of them the other day.
And Israel was saying that he saw some hammerhead sharks. So there's been some
We
incredible
caught a
stuff.
mako.
Jeez, it's just a crazy freaking year,
Yeah, the
and I
guy-
don't see any end in sight.
No, the guy had a giant MC or a hammer swim bait on, and he was dropping down from a Lingcod because he'd heard we caught.
And he
one,
caught a mako.
and landed a mako shark.
How funny! How big?
Probably 70 pounds,
Wow,
50 to
amazing.
70.
So, do the guys have any like? They're just going to keep fishing until this season ends,
Yep.
right? And then do their maintenance.
Until it slows down, it's full throttle at this point.
And reservations suggest that people still want to go, right?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty crazy, amazing. All right, Andrew K. I saw whales off the 150 yesterday on Woody's boat. Oh, Andrew K. was out with Woody the other day. Oh, there's
That's
Woody.
Captain Andrew. That's Woody's other captain.
Oh, okay. So, they've got two boats.
Yeah.
So, are they running full speed pretty much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. I'd like to go. You want to go with these guys someday?
Absolutely.
Greg will say that anytime because he doesn't want Woody to hit him. He said, absolutely. Woody's standing there ready to crank on him. So, Newport Landing, is there going to be any? The guy asked the question, but you sticking with the boat you got and you're happy with that fleet, right? They do a great job.
Yep.
Yeah. And when did Davies Locker and Newport merge?
1987.
Oh, shit, it's been that long, huh?
87 or 90.
All right, 87, 9. And does Don Brockman have anything to do with anything down there anymore?
Yes,
What does he have? What does he do? Or he's an owner still?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever see him around there?
Not really.
Yeah, I saw. What did I see? I saw him out fishing the other day on a San Diego boat. Do you know Donnie?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Donnie. Yeah. Okay.
Don Brockman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And his son. I think his son runs commercial boats.
Yeah, he's got the squid.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I did see him down at Davies the other day. Our operations manager down at Davies was putting new reel on his lines.
For Don Brockman.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. because I don't know if there's going to be a trip on the Freedom out of here in October. I believe it's the 19th. And all the old captains are coming. And I got invited on this too. So I'm going to be out there. It should be fun. But I mean, crazy guys like Pat Whitaker and Pat Conklin. Tino's going to run the trip. I mean, there's going to be 20 crazy maniacs on this boat. I can't wait. Because there's a podcast with each and every one of these guys. And all of us are getting old. So it's nice. I see this as an opportunity when I interview guys. Is an opportunity to preserve history. Because, you know, we're not going to live forever.
Exactly.
And it's nice to have that with some of these guys. And by the way, we still need your thoughts and prayers for Captain Eddie Leland, who's battling cancer. I was with him just the other day, and he was looking a lot better. He just went in for an MRI. We're going to get the results of that. I think it's going to take 12 days or something like that. But Eddie looks better, and I'm praying that all the chemo and everything is finally starting to kick in. I don't know if you know Eddie, but he ran boats out of Seal Beach for a long time. He's a dear friend of mine. And him and I, we're going to do surf fishing guiding together.
Oh, nice.
And so I threw out a thing, hey, you know, when we get a little bit deeper into the year, we're going to do, and I got 40 people who sent me, hey, we want, you know, put me on the list. We definitely want to do it. So I'm the BS guy, you know, hey, you know, and Eddie's technical guy. He's really good knots and everything else. I can do it, but Eddie can do it faster. And so I'm hoping that we'll be able to do that. Hey, kids, what's up? Do I get a Dorado? Oh, I don't eat them. I'm sorry. I'm on this crazy keto diet. You guys don't have to worry about that. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it?
Well, I mean, we could talk for days.
Do you do any surf fishing?
Only when I go with Tim.
And where do you guys fish?
We were fishing Doheny last time we went out.
And did you catch anything?
I didn't catch
Do you
it.
like it? It takes a little getting used
Yeah,
to.
exactly.
Yeah, it really does. I love
It's
it.
not a skill that I possess right now.
Yeah, it takes a little while, man. It takes a little while, but I freaking love it. And I could walk a beach and throw a 3/4 ounce chrome crocodile anywhere in this world and have a great time, catch or not catch. But man, the yellowfin croaker love to bite it, the halibut like to bite it, and then you get down to the East Cape and you're catching rooster fish or sierras. I freaking love it because it's a lot like running a sport boat in that you've got to be really paying attention. You see a boil in the surf and you see them all the time and you cast to it.
Oh, yeah.
You can get a bite. It is so much fun. I've caught so many great fish. I love it. All right, Scott Grant, sorry, Phil, couldn't get 2 days off, but I am on an overnight on the Thunderbird tomorrow. So,
Oh, nice.
Scott Grant, have a great time. So I'll give a shout out and see you on the Pride heading out. Safe travels. Kai Fish Killer, haven't caught 1 year finally, getting over bronchitis, but was awesome yellowtail year. Good enough for me. Any lures for Dorado plastics? Any lures working on the Dorado?
We're going live bait only right now.
Why? Danger with the lures? Or?
Yeah, you know, a lot of rent rods. A lot of people see these numbers and they want to go out, and you know, you got 30 dudes on a boat that have no idea what they're doing.
So you don't want
Throwing
them
cold
flinging
snipers around is a little dangerous.
Yeah, and it's dangerous when you bounce those Dorado on the deck because they're
Right.
they can kick the jig out or whatever.
The day the Legacy or the Freelance caught, it was that Tuesday that they ran into him the first time. We went out, or Woody, I texted him and I'm like, hey dude, they just got a ton of Dorado. And they told me just go straight out from Newport Harbor. And Andrew and Woody went out and they didn't get any live bait because, you know, sometimes Nacho doesn't have bait.
Yes.
Super convenient.
Yes. You seem slightly frustrated with
yes.
that. Yes.
But
Where do you guys get your bait in Newport and Davies Locker?
from Mark and Paul.
Yeah, let's give them a plug.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so
Mark
Mark
and
Rice-
Paul.
Yeah.
And how's their
Strauser.
bait operation?
With the water being hot, everything was kind of out of their control.
Right,
So-
absolutely.
but you know, their bait compared to what we get at other bait receivers is much higher quality.
All right, and just, I mean, you said the water's hot and it's out of their control. Go into a little bit more explanation for somebody who's listening. What does that got to do with good bait, hot water?
The bait's been not surviving as long as we wanted it to, just due to the hot water.
Yeah,
So sardines and chovy like cooler water.
yes.
So we had some die off and dead loss at the receiver, and it's been kind of a struggle where, boats leave to get bait early before they even pick up passengers, kind of like what the pursuit does. It's just been a tricky situation.
I got you. Roland, Dorado makes the best ceviche ever. Have you ever had Dorado ceviche?
I have not.
I made it the other day. He's right, man. It's freaking good. RG fight on Eddie. And thanks for getting that hook out of my thumb. Did you do that?
No.
Oh, I know who that is.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a guy named Bob Gifford. We were surf fishing. He went to grammar school with me. So I went, this is 50 years, more than that, 55 years ago at Nativity Catholic School. He's a great guy. He just got into fishing. So we're surf fishing. He walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, can you help me?" And he's got a freaking hook with a barb dug in, and he's bleeding all over the place. I'm trying to catch a surffish. I don't want to be bothered with this, Come on, go, So I go, no, but Eddie right there, Eddie Leland. So Eddie does the, just pulled it right out, and he's like, "Man, that hurt for like 1 second, and now I'm good." He stopped the bleeding. So Eddie Leland, thanks again, yeah, and thanks for remembering that, Bobby. That's great stuff. You want to take a little break? Because I think there might be some more questions, and I'll throw those two drunks on for a second.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think Anthony's drunk, but Jason might be. And yeah, if you don't mind, get those two, and we'll throw them. What's going on? Man, there's so many good people here tonight. Danny, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
You want to come in here and say hi to everybody? Many of you know Danny. What's your last name, Danny?
Huh?
What's your last name? I know it's
Trainer.
it's a trick question, but
Trainer.
Danny Trainer, right here. He's a good kid.
Thank you.
Good to see you. What are you doing? Freedom tonight?
Yeah, I'm afraid of.
All right, good luck. All right, let's throw them on, and I know there'll be more questions. We'll throw you back on in a little bit. Is that okay?
Perfect.
But wait, I just want to say you are a class act.
Thank you.
The guys that you brought in here tonight, no. Tim and Woody are great. In fact, Tim, we're going to do a show with you in the very near future, and Woody.
Awesome.
Yeah, in fact, we might throw you guys on. So we've got Tim doing the shark fishing and also other stuff. We've got Woody doing the inshore stuff. We've got James who can. You have any more questions out there? We're not through by a long shot. We're up to 72 likes now. I'm loving it, and you did a great job tonight.
Perfect.
But we're gonna get the two Stooges on now,
Sounds
and then we'll
good.
have the three Stooges, and then we're gonna be good. All right, James, thank you. Give him a hand, Jason.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Boy, what a show this is tonight. Listen to our studio audience. Now make sure you guys talk into that microphone.
I don't need a mic.
What's up, boys?
Good.
Long time no
We're
see.
good.
1 week too many.
All right, the boys are here now. The show is going to devolve into a mess at this point.
It is
Oh,
definitely-
And that's why we love
The
you.
chaos
It's
is
going to turn
about
into an
to
S
rise.
show.
Here it goes, man.
So,
By the way,
Hey,
man.
you guys, these guys
Cheers.
crushed it. Thank you, Woody. Thank you guys, man. So stoked.
Hey, you met all these
Oh,
guys?
yeah,
man,
we were
we've
talking
been
with
out
them the
here
whole
talking.
time.
Are you
so-
going to be fishing with them sometime?
I hope so,
Did they
yeah.
invite you to go fishing?
we got the 24
Oh my!
foot.
Hey, you guys
invited
might want
them,
to change your
so-
minds
We got
on that.
the 24-foot Robalo center console. They got the low one.
Woody, take
we
my
got to
advice.
double team 'em.
Rethink
That's
this,
it,
Tim.
man.
I don't got a lot to drink. I don't know. I can't trust them at this point.
Oh man, I'll tell you.
No, we're committed. We're committed to Dana Point too. It's a good spot. We love going out of there on the Robalo and
It's such a quick shot out of the harbor.
Is that where these guys are? Dana Point?
Newport, and
Yeah.
then you guys were going a couple of your prior boats out of Dana, right? The Robalos?
We're up north. We're in Huntington, so not as quick of a straight shot out.
Oh, you're right next door to me.
Huntington Harbor.
Yeah.
You're in Huntington?
Yeah, we're right in the middle of it all.
Oh,
what is
man.
in Huntington? So,
He's
yeah.
in Surfside, so it's perfect.
Travis
Yeah.
Bright says the show has officially started.
It is-
You
it's
guys
the show.
are.
What's up,
See what
boys?
happens when the guys come on, it gets wild here.
I'm telling you.
Dan Israel. Oh man, thanks for the comments earlier. Good to see you guys. I cannot wait to meet you guys when we go down on the Relentless. I am not going on the local trip, and I'm making the trek down on the Relentless, and really, really looking forward to kill some yellowfin, kill maybe some patty, mahi, and some yellowtail.
Yep.
Take
And
care.
really,
Yellowfin,
and
pretty
really
on
get
that
down
yellowfin,
there.
So.
And really get down there and
Later,
get on,
guys.
get on this patty fishing
These
and
guys
get
are
on
great.
some of these yellowfin. I love it. I love the crew. I cannot wait to catch my first. I've never caught a thresher, so we're just talking about thresher fishing. So super excited.
Hey,
about
and
that.
this with Woody and Tim, I mean, in case it's not coming through in the show, which I think it is, they're great guys, huh?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the
always.
main thing. We're out here talking with them and, shooting the shit on our fishing stories. And we're just going to link up, and more information is better for all of us, and us going out at the same time and meeting up and those kind of things. That's what this is all about. Like you said, being a family and bringing the information together
Just
with
gonna
all
say
of
that.
us.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite thing, man. The Friedman family. There's a reason why I keep preaching it, and super stoked to get on to this next week. And man, it's just been a kind of a slow week, but at the same time, there's been a couple boats that have been really scoring. There was
Well, it's picked
over
up,
150 Dorado on the Victory, but
You're
then
right.
nothing on, or 2 fish on the Native today. So
I think it's this wind and moving the water around. I really do.
All the fish are scattered. That's what's going on. They got to bulk back up every night. They come more together. So hopefully,
I think once we get through this wind, and I don't know what's going on beyond Thursday and Friday, because that's what I was, I'm concerned
Friday
about our
looks
trip.
good on wind. I love
Thursday
it,
and
yeah.
Friday both
Yeah.
look.
Looks good, and
Friday
then-
looks really good.
and then I
Really
think when
good.
we get into Monday, Sunday night, I think it starts to get a little.
Does it
crazier
get
again.
windy again?
Just a little bit.
It shouldn't. Well, what the hell? I mean,
Every
it's
charter
just,
we did this year.
oh my god.
The
I
windy
know.
charters.
The last trip was our best one, right?
That's gonna be our next shirt. It's gonna just be like a wind blow across.
Yeah, we'll just get windy.com to sponsor us, because I feel like they're like, oh, if Phil's gonna go on a trip, we'll just
Yeah, no kidding, man. I'm really good at picking those windy days.
But
man.
no, on the flip side of that is that Thursday afternoon, Friday looking really good, and then if you guys are going on the Relentless trip, I mean, I'm
Sunday
going
to
on it.
Monday.
I'm really hoping for my first yellowfin this year. I don't care if it's 8 pounds or 17 pounds. I don't care. I'm really looking forward to. Me and Jason are going to be out there killing the yellowfin for
Yeah.
sure if we have a chance.
Hey, where is the corpse tonight? He was the guy. He was.
wasn't up here at all.
Who was he fighting with? I mean, the $19. Those. If
with-
you hit that dollar sign
With
there.
Rosenberg, David Rosenberg.
Oh, David. Yeah, I don't see him either. Man, we need that, right?
What's
we need
up,
that.
guys? Come on, man.
Hit that dollar sign, and so I can eat tonight.
Right.
Throw
Hey.
$1.99 in there.
On top of that, Israel. I know you haven't seen it yet. I was gonna bring it, but I'm really looking forward to meeting you. And
He's
I
a
got the
super
gaff.
great guy.
Got the gaff all done for him too. So
Oh, you got a gaff for Israel?
yeah,
And do we have? He won some. He won a bunch of stuff the
I won
other
a
night.
gaff and a Mad Mac last time.
I thought he won something else too.
I think it
He
was
gave
a
it
Mad-
up. He gave it up to the guy.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
gave it to Brett. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brett got that from him, and then but I got Israel. I got this nice cool gaff. Can't wait to meet him in person, and I'm super stoked to meet Dan and Kim, and I can't wait to give you guys that pink gaff in person. And also, the Relentless Charter Master is in house, and he just brought about 5 bags of clothes.
Yep.
Greg Bates.
He's hanging out over there. He doesn't want me to say it, but he just brought about 5 bags of clothes in, and he's hanging out. So we're looking forward to going on the Relentless with the great Charter Master.
Yeah,
That's
it's
gonna be fun,
Well, it's
right?
gonna be great because we'll be down farther south. So I figured this trip we're going on the Pride. We're gonna either we stay local or we go down south a little bit is what's gonna happen. But if this next trip on Sunday, we're gonna be going down south, and that's where they're getting all the yellowfin.
Right.
And all the boats that went out of San Diego today got limits of Dorado. So we're close enough where we can get down there. It's gonna be a great trip.
But yeah,
Hopefully we get
and
a
we're
bunch of
fishing until dark, man. That's the beauty of a
Exactly.
day
Oh,
and a
yeah.
half.
sun
No.
up to sundown.
I got 12 raindrop 16-ounce sinkers rigged up with swivels on them. So let's just put it that way. Let's get crazy, you guys. Torpedo seekers. It might be a novelty, but I want to catch one that way. Let me know if you feel the same way. I'll have one on the trip for you guys for sure.
This is going to be a party, this trip. It sounds like. It's
Oh,
going to be
it's
a
gonna
lot
be-
of fun.
This Pride trip and the Relentless.
Yeah.
are both gonna
they're
be,
going so on the Pride trip, get this. So Bruce Smith is going to run the trip. Bruce ran the Shogun for a lot of years. Super fishy guy. I mean, I'm sorry Sean's not going to be there, but I love Bruce, and I haven't seen him for probably 10 years. So it's going to be a great reunion for me. But here's a couple of the side stories. There's one gentleman, and he may be watching tonight. He's bringing his 12-year-old son, Scott. It's his longest trip ever. So it's,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
so it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, it's gonna be
tonight.
so
man.
fun.
It's gonna be
And we
great.
know how to take care of all
Kids.
Yeah,
It's
and
nerve-wracking,
everybody.
but yeah.
Yeah.
All those the
And
people
then-
that don't know how to do everything exactly. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
Carlos Morales, who speaks mostly Spanish, but he speaks pretty good English. So him and his friend Horacio, who speaks mostly Spanish, it's their son Jonathan's 15th birthday. And so Carlos calls me and says, how many people are on the boat? Is there any way I can bring carne asada and
Oh,
make
he's never been on one of
tacos
our
for everybody?
He's never been on one of our charters before.
So he's going to cook up a storm. as a special thing. He wants to do that for his son. 15th birthday, his big birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Bring what
And-
you want and bring what you can.
It's going to be
because-
so special just on that level.
Yep.
And then if
It'll
we
be a
catch
lot
some
of fun.
fish, it should be really, really good.
Listen,
Yeah.
Phil comes from he loves, well, your heritage. I actually don't really know, but
Irish German.
Irish German.
Yeah.
But he spent all his time in Mexico and in China, so go figure.
And Costa Rica, yeah.
But coming from that perspective of food, believe me, no one's gonna get offended. You got food, bring it. Everyone loves to eat before they go on the boat.
Right.
Gives the boat a chance to kind of decompress from the trip prior, and everyone's on the boat. They're already fed. Come on down before the charter and just dig in.
Yeah, because we're going to have a little, again, a
Of course.
little feed
Oh,
again
well,
tomorrow.
My wife will. I think we're gonna do the meatballs and pasta, even though we're not going. So you guys come on down before the charter.
Are you
guys
really?
eat. Oh, come
wow.
on, we got to.
That sounds awesome.
We have to.
That sounds fantastic. Man, I mean, that's the whole thing. And should we do a live show a little bit before we leave
Of
tomorrow?
course. Well,
Probably,
it's
right?
At least a 15, 20 minute, 30 minute thing. And I mean, we're all going to be hanging out. We'll have the groom room going. So
Yeah, awesome, man.
So what do you think? Are we going to get them on the Pride? Come on, don't
Well,
even doubt it.
I've been a little bit subdued, but I think we're going to kill him.
What are you subdued about?
You guys are gonna
I
truck
worked real
down
hard the
and
last
get in
few
that warm
days.
water.
So it's a personal
So,
thing you got
yeah,
going?
I'm taking this one's going to be like I fish very hard normally. I'm going to take a little relaxation on this trip and only get my limit.
Oh, by the way, and Joe might be watching. Joe Gallagher, the guy that stores all our stuff,
Thanks to Gallagher Staging.
he wants to order, and he said, I want to pay for them.
No.
He wants 2 Gallagher staging gaffs.
Okay,
at least.
awesome.
He will.
Yeah.
Joe, take it from me. He won't take them. He'll pay you for them. I know Joe.
If you are watching or you happen to watch later, if there's any kind of stencil or sticker that I could put underneath the epoxy or any way I could incorporate into any kind of wrapping color you want, you just let me know, brother, and I'll make it happen. Be happy to get you 2 gaffs, any sizes you want, any hook size you want. You let me know what kind of fish you're going after, and I'll recommend a hook size for that. But other than that, man, I really appreciate it. I would love to make you a custom gaff.
All right, Joe. Yeah, you're gonna love him. He pops up here on this thing that's going.
I think
Joe-
it
we got a bunch of comments up here. Don't we?
Yeah, I'll read.
Let's go through these.
Just calm down. I'll take
Let's
care
get
of
through
that.
these.
All right,
I
let
love-
me read a
that's the
couple.
best part.
But I do want to talk about Joe's trip because he called me up and he goes, "I'm going out. Where do I go?" So I called all my sources.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You got
Tino
sources?
Valentine, all these guys, and Joe just put the wood on me. He goes, "Man, the first numbers you gave me, we were just killing them."
Oh,
so he had a great time. And he reminded me. He goes, "You remember like 15 years ago, I called you and we had no fish on the boat, and I asked you where do I go?" And so I talked to somebody and I go, "Just point your bow in this direction." And he had like, I don't know who it was, like he had some rock and roll guys on there. And he really and they found a kelp and caught a bunch of Dorado, so it was great. All right, let's see. Great show, Phil. Jay is super fishy. I can't wait to get back on the water with him. Go Team Wildcard. Roland, looking forward to meeting you on the Relentless.
Oh, awesome. I cannot wait. I'm so stoked that you got that teal gaff, and I cannot wait to see you. This is why I am part of the Freedom family, and this is what I'm talking about. Cannot wait to see you for the first time, and this is just going to open up relationships where you can kill some fish together. Thank you.
You know what? Both you guys make this whole thing. Greg, this whole family
I'm stoked.
thing.
I cannot
mean,
wait.
it sounds like a BS thing, but it's not, is it?
We're having fun. That's the whole point,
Israel
and
wants
we're
to know
trying
what
pass
time.
that
I'll
along.
tell you, Israel. I'm going to head down out of Pedro. Well, unless we go together. But I'd like
Well,
to go
so
as
here's
early
what we
as
got
possible.
going. Let me tell you what's
Yeah.
going on. Andrew Deal just signed up for the trip.
All right.
So he's got a pickup truck.
Okay.
Bob Gifford wants to go with us.
Okay.
So are you driving?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out.
I can take my pickup truck if we need more space.
Well, we got to take. How many guys are on? What did I just say? 4 or 5?
4 or
I
5.
could fit 4 guys in my truck.
I
but
can't even
I'll have the back.
I can't
but
add
I mean,
3 plus 1.
Well, however many people want to carpool, let us know and we'll get it
3
together.
plus 2.
But yes, I'd
Yeah.
like to go, Israel, to answer your question. I'd like to go as early as possible.
Like
as
leave
far
at 3 and get down there and maybe have dinner.
We
or
want to
something.
tailgate.
Well,
Hey, right there.
I'd
there's
like to
the
be there
brewery
at 3
and-
o'clock, to be honest, but we'll see. If I have to meet you guys, I'm not sure if you guys are able, Dan and Israel, if you guys are able to come to the landing, I'll try to do anything I can.
Or meet
ahead
at
of
some
time.
restaurant.
Or,
There's a
yeah.
brewery down there at the landing that we're gonna all
Okay.
meet up for sure.
At the landing?
At the landing, it's on the edge of the landing.
At
Yep.
H&M?
Yep.
At the beer garden.
Yep.
Okay. So we could do that, and then if we're there at 3
I hope they have
o'clock,
coffee at the
I'll make sure
beer
that,
garden.
I have the gaffs there, and we'll just try to figure it out from there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like around 3 o'clock.
And we'll talk, you know,
Yeah.
off camera. But yeah, all right. All right. I want a Dorado colored gaff. Richie Rich, can you do that?
Yes, and I've been dying. I bought green, blue, yellow, and white paracord, and I've been waiting for someone to ask me for a Dorado colored gaff.
I don't know why you haven't made one for my boat already.
I
yet.
would love to make a Dorado colored gaff specifically for Dorado. I'll make a nice tight 3-0 hook on that, and we can definitely make that happen, Richie Rich.
Hit that like button, folks. We're up to 80.
Yeah, we
We're
gotta get to
flying.
100. We gotta
Hey,
get to
Woody,
100.
are you still here?
Guys, get to 100, you guys. 100 like buttons.
Andrew K., tell Woody I fed the cats. Ask him why he named the boats the way he did. All right, get over. You got to get close to this mic. People are complaining they can't hear. Don't even start talking until you're get close to that thing.
Both of the boats are named after family pets. That kind of has a double meaning, you know, Sea Scout, you know, we're looking out there, looking for those fish. Sea Monkey, obviously, and yeah, one of the cats is named Monkey because she's a vicious jaguar that jumps everywhere, and you know the monkeys, you know, crawl through the jungle like that, or you know, climb through the jungle. That's like her claws in your chest. So the family pets do get some recognition.
Nice.
Thank you, Woody. Thank you for the clarification.
They bring the pleasure, you know,
some
when you get
more.
home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, perfect. Go out and have fun.
Oh, yeah.
Greg,
Oh, yeah.
do you feel like this show is out of control, or is it good tonight?
We're
You're watching,
taking it
is
up.
it?
We're taking it up a notch.
We're taking it up a notch here.
All right. Greg says
Yeah.
it's totally out of control. You ought to cut it off right
Matt
now.
Baca, you got to subscribe, Matt. Come on.
Yeah,
Look,
come
hey,
on. 83 likes.
Coming from
Let's
the guy
get
that
to
was
100.
that
Vamos.
graced the screen with that massive Dorado.
Who's going to be the first one to hit that dollar sign
I'm
and
telling you.
throw 99 cents up there?
Hey, look at Scott right there saying he wants a Raider gaff.
Yeah, I see that.
Because I saved his wife's hat when we were on the trip.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, when we were up north.
Oh man.
All right, Scott Grant, I need
Hey.
a Raiders theme gaff so Jason can easily get my wife's Raider hat when it goes overboard. Thanks again, Jason, for saving the hat.
Scott, don't make
That
me
was
make
too funny.
don't make me make a Vegas gaff because that's my favorite second city. So I have no problem with that. But like I said, hit me up at Pacific Hookup San Pedro at Gmail and just let me know that you're interested in a gaff, and I will take that email from there and go from there. And then you could always hit up Jason at
Yep.
Chef.
Mine is.
You forgotten it?
He always says he forgets.
I forget, but I'm the fishing chef.
The fishing chef.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what I am. You got to see me in person.
What
I'll
did
give
you
my
forget?
card.
Your Instagram thing?
Yeah, my Instagram. And then you just look me up as Jason Lawler on Facebook. You know.
But yeah, Pacific
I'm
Hookup.
still me.
Pacific Hookup San Pedro, guys. And you guys just let me know, man. Hey, black, white, and gold. Maybe a black and silver. Hey, that'd
I
be
need
a
a
cool
Dodger
gaff.
one already.
There we go.
I don't have a boat, so I don't need a gaff. But and this year,
You never fish. You're always filming.
I would love to get a Notre Dame kind of thing, but this year
gold and blue
is
is
such
kind
an
of a hard
embarrassment.
Sorry.
We lost
Phil.
a Marshall.
Sorry,
It's
Phil.
just been a brutal year for the Irish. They play SC at the end of the year. SC is gonna frickin' paste them.
Oh, nobody knows that for sure. Come on.
We'll
I'm
see when we
telling
get
you.
there, but you know.
$1.99 from Nolan Woody. Oh,
There we go.
that's Woody.
That's Woody.
Oh, Woody, we love
he did
you.
it on purpose.
All right,
He's
look
gonna
at
get
that.
it going. Who can match the
Now we're
199?
rolling, baby.
Oh, look at that comment.
Where's the $4.99 for the
Oh,
coffee?
I forgot. I should have read the comment. He's right. The Captain Woody is dreamy. You know, when he held my hand, I did feel like an electrical kind of.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did. You know, when I first met my
It's the
wife.
hair.
I did.
conductive.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's how his hair got that way. All right, Rick Slater. Phil, did you get to fish or get donated fish? I got donated 10 fish. In fact,
Straight off my rod.
yeah, Rick, the guys on the Amigo come up to me and go, how do you want your fish cleaned? I go, ha ha. And they go, no, seriously, you got 10 fish. I go, oh, filleted, please? You know, so
Yeah, I'll
that
take
was
his
good.
fish.
Oh, I'm always on your limits for sure.
I
push
know,
myself
man.
for
I know.
doubles.
Do you
He's not
walk?
the only one.
Do you walk to your morning briefings? What coffee are you drinking? Your energy is motivating. Thank you, Rick. Thank you for your great support. Right now, I'm drinking. What am I drinking? I don't even remember.
Nothing.
I do the pod.
Yep.
He had
And
some
I
of my
just
wife's,
got some.
wife's meatballs earlier.
Yeah, those were out of
But
control.
after walking,
Delicious.
it's not even a walk; it's a stroll to where you do that.
Yeah, I know. I
Jeez.
walk right out on the beach there. So yeah, it's great. What
You
is
never know-
that?
you never know what-
Folgers? I don't even know what
You
it
never
is.
Oh, you got Folgers in your cup?
know what it is.
Coffee?
You
I
never
don't
know
know
what
what
you
it
might
is.
find on your walk, right, Phil?
Oh my
Right,
God!
Phil?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh my.
Of course,
But
Anthony is making reference to the fact that I found a dead body on the beach 5 days ago, and it was identified.
Yes,
I told, but
I
I'll
heard
just
about it.
in case
Oh.
people are just tuning in. It was a 32-year-old young man,
Oh.
and I think he's an Egyptian national, and his name is Mustafa Osama Kamil. Accidental drowning, probably, and
Trying to come over, maybe.
thoughts and prayers are with the poor guy. Nobody knows for sure. They're doing an autopsy that'll be done.
I can't
Travis
imagine.
Bright, $9.99.
What?
Kicked
Oh,
Woody's
come
butt.
back. Who's coming back full
Woody,
strength?
you got your butt kicked, Woody.
Hey, hit him at $10. Hit him at
Travis
10.
Bright. I'm loving it, man. I love that guy. RG can't predict SC versus Notre Dame, just like you can't predict Albuquerque.
Hey, well, he's hoping that you guys win that.
I hope you're right, RJ, because I
We
hope
can't predict Albuquerque for anything.
I
If we
can't.
would have said Oregon, you would have nailed it.
I frickin' pick Albuquerque. We have more Dorado, warm water fish than
Than
anybody's ever
anybody's
seen.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
out of control.
That's true.
$20, Israel.
Israel.
Man, now we're going. We're actually making some money on this show. Yeah, a year and a half in, and we've made, well, I don't know, what,
$100
40
maybe, yeah,
bucks.
all in?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you know,
Israel,
as you go.
Travis, Woody, we thank you very, very much.
Hey, Travis Bright. What's up, Travis? 10-4, man. Good to see you, man.
All right, Mark says, Phil, with all the YouTube money you get, you should own your boat and call it the Copious. I like that.
Ooh, that's
you don't
a
know how
good
much YouTube pays, Mark, by the way. It would have to be a very small little boat at this point, but we're building for the
okay.
future.
We'll get a dinghy so we can go to Catalina off mine.
I'm
Yeah.
selling a 13-footer. Maybe I'll sell it to Phil.
Yeah,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. Thank you. Give me another year, and then I'll be able to afford it. All right, Israel, thanks very much. Really, really appreciate it. Man, this is a fun show tonight, and that's why I like having you two guys on. You know, and James needed a breather. I don't know if he
Well,
said
yeah,
something
yeah,
about
you-
he might need.
Well, they worked it
Christine,
up for us, so.
$10.
Boom, boom, boom. That's what I'm talking about.
But I'll
you
tell you
guys.
right now, Christine deserves the money because she has so many great questions.
Was she-
Tonight, yeah, she was fun.
Oh, she was killing it?
She was.
Brett,
Brett,
you guys are killing
$10. Man, this
Too
is
much,
getting
dude,
good.
too much,
We
too much.
love
All
you
right,
guys.
We gotta give something away.
Thanks for all the shows, fellas, and thanks for the lure Israel. I think that's the guy he gave it to.
Yep.
Class act, yes. Brett, you have no idea. You are so right about
Oh,
that.
Brett. Oh,
Yeah,
Brett,
he's the
so
one that
yeah,
got-
I
Do we have to
dropped it
take
off.
him
Yeah.
something, or?
No, I dropped it off already.
Did you get it, Brett? I hope you did. Man, look at all this. Greg, I think we're going to keep this show going until 2 o'clock in the morning. All this money rolling in, man.
Hey, I got a question. I got
We
Yeah.
got plenty of beer. We got
got
plenty
a
of
question.
water.
All right, here we go, folks. It is time for, we got to get a theme song for Anthony Amalfitano.
Give it 2 minutes. Refresh your screen right now. Refresh,
Oh, for
refresh.
the-
Refresh your screen, everybody.
Comes out.
He's going to ask, is it going to be a morning briefing?
Yeah, of course.
So it's going to be a morning briefing question. So
From this week.
from this week.
They're weekly now.
Anthony, is this would you consider this a difficult question or?
It depends it depends when you were watching. It depends when you were watching.
If you watch all the shows, would this be a difficult question?
No.
It'd be easy.
What are we going to
I
give
think
away?
so.
All right.
do we give
Easier
away?
than the other one.
All right. Do we need drum roll?
What are we going to give away, though?
Yeah, what are we giving away?
Yeah, we got anything fun in here?
There's
that
something good in
bag.
that bag right there.
This bag?
There's
Yeah.
something that somebody might want. They're
What do you-
very heavy.
The corpse.
Oh.
Those are. Where is the corpse tonight?
I don't know. I don't see his name up here anyway. So let's see.
Oh.
We got some corpse giveaways. Some
One
rig
that's-
stuff.
Don't give them all away. Just
What do we have? What do we
Hold one
want to
back. One's rigged. So
we'll
maybe
show it
do
to the
rigged
camera,
one.
whichever one you're picking.
All right. So what are we going to pick out of this?
This one's rigged.
A rigged one? Want to do a rigged one?
Brett hasn't been
One
down
rigged
there
one.
yet, but he's going to get
All right,
down
so
there.
we'll do a rigged one.
Make it rain money, Mark.
So-
We love you.
200.
All right. So here's a 200
Hey, Greg.
rigged.
Is there anything to dr- you know this
Oh, a
little thing?
LaCroix. Maybe a LaCroix.
They're warm,
Yeah,
but
there's
I don't
LaCroix.
care.
But this is
As
what
long
we're
as
giving
it's
away
diet.
Babe.
So we're going to give this out. So make sure.
Or
you
ice
check
water.
Is this
my
show
bad.
totally out of control tonight? Yeah, I think it is.
That's why it's live.
I know, right?
That's why we have fun here.
I don't know. I
Did
almost
you
wanna go
show
harder
her?
for
Because
this
I'm trying to
one.
get a drink. I want, yeah, 0 sugar. Thank you.
I just want to go harder on this one.
Here we go. Oh, do it.
Because it's a Mad Mac. I'm like,
Hey, I heard Mad Max are coming back into stock, so it's all right. We can give it away.
All right. Hope you read.
Melissa Hernandez says, "Can I come on your kelp patty if I'm a member?" LOL. I'm sure that's a reference to Dave Hansen.
We'll call you in. Don't worry.
We'll call you in. Yeah.
I love it, Melissa.
All right.
Mal
So
pronunciación.
a Mad Mac 200.
All right,
This
let's
question.
get you right
A
on
Mad
so there's
Mac-
no
A
excuses.
Mad Mac 200.
Let me see that again.
Rigged. From Sam. I'm
From
guessing.
Sam. Rigged up, for sure.
'Cause
Crimped
it's
up.
Oh, it's rigged?
It's
Yeah,
pre-rigged.
with crimps.
Yeah.
It's ready to go. Tie it on, you're good.
So this is a huge question.
Don't forget the Relentless. There's 2 spots available. 657-227-6459. When I get off this show tonight, I'm going to go to bed and then call you in the morning. No, I might call you tonight.
It's going to be
Who
full,
knows?
for sure.
And
All right, yeah, it is.
if you want to have your buddy or yourself win a Mad Mac, attach them to your link and share the footage.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Share the channel.
All right.
Here we go.
Here's the question.
The question is, this past week on one of your favorite boats, the Endeavor, there was three bluefin caught at night, and they were all caught on the same jig. What was the jig that caught the 3 bluefin?
I forgot the answer.
Over 125
That's
pounds.
a great question. That's a hard one.
It was
But
all.
happy
There's no
green
answers
jig.
yet.
But happy birthday to the captain as well.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Captain.
birthday, Tucker McComb.
Right?
What were the 3?
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Ernie Montano,
Nope.
father of Bernadette, a 16-ounce.
Johnny Jig? Uh-oh.
No, we're not right. I don't know. You know, I forget.
Was it?
No, don't say anything. Keep going. I mean,
I can always go back.
yeah.
There was a specific jig that caught 3 bluefin on the Endeavor.
He's forgotten it.
At night.
He doesn't
No.
know. Torpedo
That's
sinker.
right. No.
Knife jig. Keep going, guys. Come on. Throw it up there. You might get the right answer.
He
If you
had-
put
he had
$19
a-
up there, we'll give it to you for
Okay,
free.
he
No,
had a-
just kidding.
He had a picture of it on the morning briefing of the jig.
I
rigged.
did. Knife jig. Rip roller. You don't
Is it a
even know
jack?
what
It was a jack.
But don't! Because now
I do know what it is.
Okay, well, don't say what it is because somebody. Yeah, I think that's what it was. RP jig. No, right?
No,
Keep going,
no.
everybody.
going.
Yes, go,
It
go.
wasn't that.
Somebody
It
throw
wasn't
a Jack's jig.
That's
he
it.
heard you say it.
Ah!
That's all right. Slam and Sammy gets it.
Yeah.
Johnny Jig, Jack's jig. He was saying it though.
Is it Johnny
Yes,
jig?
that was it.
Is it a Johnny Jig?
It was a Jack's jig. Jack's jig.
Well, a Johnny jig isn't a Jack's jig.
Jack's jig 16 ounce. I don't know what the difference is. Is there a difference
Well,
between?
Johnny
Well, there's a
Jig is from
difference
Johnny
in the
Jigs.
name. Now you got this all screwed up with these 2 guys.
Well,
Wait,
if there's
Simon Sammy said the same thing or no? Who was the guy that?
It was a Jack's jig 16 ounce that was rigged on.
Albert Pond says it was a 16-ounce mint yo-yo.
No, well, it looked like that, but it was specifically a Jack's jig, is what was said.
All right, so who was that? That was Slam and Sammy.
The first one was Jack's jig. Yeah.
All right, okay,
Simon Sammy's.
ask Slam and Sammy if he can go. What am I talking about? I can ask him. Sammy, can you go to Sam's?
No, it wasn't the sinker jig.
Can you go to Island Fishing Tackle and pick that up? Because Anthony will leave it there if you can.
Yeah.
If not, then I don't know what we're gonna do.
No,
Almost to 100 likes.
We are we?
Perfect.
Nice.
Well, we're at 89. That's
89,
pretty
perfect.
close. Hit that like button, please. Thanks for all your great support.
me feel bad.
Over 900,000 views, boys. We're moving up in the world. Thousands of hours. And
And
I
we're
talked.
expanding. We're already talking about doing a bunch of freshwater stuff.
Yeah.
As soon as this slows down in the
You remember doing the
saltwater,
jack
which
jig
doesn't
thing,
seem
right?
like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I
It
you know.
was a Jack jig. It had a rig from the top.
I
to the
remember I
bottom.
had a
Okay,
photo
okay,
of it too,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
But
Jack
I
jig.
forgot what it was. Was
Jack
it a
jig,
Jack stick?
16 ounce. Yes.
Yeah,
Jack's
maybe
jig,
Tucker
16 ounce.
McCombs will come on and tell you, or the guy that one of the guys that caught it's watching this show.
So.
I'm taking a break from the trivia to give everyone a chance to win something. Israel. Don't do that. I mean, here's
Win
what
them
you.
and give them away, and you can
Yeah, yeah.
look
Okay.
like them guys.
Yes.
Israel. I'm right? It was a Jack's jig.
Yeah, what was the
that
answer? Because the guy asking the question doesn't
No,
remember.
because I started getting confused. It was a Jack's jig that was rigged, and it did kind of look like a mint jig, but it wasn't. It was rigged from the top to the bottom, and it was a Jack's jig, 16 ounce specifically, is what you said. So, anyways.
$20 from AK, the sack,
Oh,
man.
the sack, heck yeah.
We're freaking killing it tonight, boys.
Yeah. Hey, you know this is keeping it alive from the last week's live
I'm telling you.
podcast, you know?
I got a better one, but maybe an easier one. I don't know.
Hey, we'll give another
That was a
Mad
good
Max.
one.
I want to do a hard one. Come on, Mad Mac, you guys.
I think we're giving away another Mad Mag now.
We will.
Aren't we? What else do we have?
And we can talk a little bit more, and then we can give away another one. I got another one right here for you guys.
All right.
This one's in mackerel.
That's all right. I'll get it. Remind me though, Greg, will you?
Dude,
So
What is it?
I'm
What are you
jealous.
doing now?
I'm jealous.
Is this a good one too?
I'm jealous. I have an all pink one, by the way. We're giving away the best color there is.
hey, I love the pink too, though. So
All right. I guess do you only have 2 questions tonight?
Yeah.
Do you actually know the answer to this one?
Yeah.
All right.
I
Here
knew
we
the
go.
last one.
Jack's Jig Glow in the Dark,
Exactly.
9:15 show.
Yep. It was.
Okay. So Slam and Sammy got that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Slam and
Okay.
Sammy.
So
Jack's
you
shit.
got the one here that is rigged
Did
up,
Slam and
so-
Sammy? Yes, I'll be there Saturday. He's going to go to Sam's Island Fishing Tackle.
Awesome. I'll
Can
drop
you
it
get
off
there
tomorrow.
before then?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually,
You might roll down there before our trip, right?
I'll drop it off tomorrow.
my wife is kind of over in that area, so I got to go see her tomorrow. But
Okay.
Are you going tomorrow?
No.
Yeah, I'd rather let you do it. Yeah, you do it. You
Sounds
do it.
good.
You're more responsible. Plus, I got so much stuff. We're leaving tomorrow night on a trip.
Yes, we are.
Yes, you guys
It's
are.
wild,
Oh, my
baby.
God.
Man.
On the windy trip.
I'm not going for an afternoon walk tomorrow. I'm telling you that.
No,
right
no
now.
afternoon walk tomorrow.
Yeah,
We'll be
that's-
here.
No way.
Oh,
Right?
no more, actually. I'm done. All right. Holding out for Aluas on Izers. Yeah, I agree. Alua, like those, the fish you catch in
No,
like
I know. It's on
yeah.
Izers. On
Izers Reef out here
Oh,
because
Izers Reef, okay.
this hot water and all these
Well,
exotics.
then we have a
and-
couple more storms coming up, pushing up more warm water.
I know,
Got
man.
it.
We have more
Storm coming up.
yellowfin coming up, so
Feel bad for the people that have to deal with it, but at the same time, it's just been unbelievable fishing.
Cabo's been pouring rain yesterday. I mean,
They've been hammered this year,
big time.
but not too much damage. I haven't heard much about the damage on Cedros, to be
A little bit
honest
of
with
flooding,
you.
but
No,
yeah.
I think I'm
Nothing
sure with
terrible?
flooding and stuff, but
Oh, look who's here!
Look who's here. She's got her fall outfit on.
right?
Oh, that is cute. They got the whole pumpkin thing going on there, right? Anybody who wants to donate $20, Jason will gladly accept it.
Oh, of course, all day
Actually, it's
long.
not a donation. It's insurance that this great show will move on into the future
Yep.
before we get canceled.
Right?
Yeah,
Before
nobody
the
can.
cancel culture
We're
comes
the
on.
only ones who get
Well, when
canceled.
you get us on this show, they start,
Yeah,
you're,
no kidding.
you're fine, but when we come on, then it's like, oh, these
I can start getting nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little
Like,
wild
whoa.
in here,
See what happens?
Yeah,
gets
that's the
wild
good
in
stuff.
there.
You gonna ask another question?
Yeah. All right. One more, guys.
All right, so we're going to give away another Mad Max. So
What is
here's
your
the next
daughter's
one.
name? Do you want to introduce her to
Oh,
everybody?
this is
Sophia?
Sophia
She
Michelle.
is so cute,
Yeah.
Sophia.
Ah.
Perfect.
Awesome. So we're going to give away one more Mad Max. So here it is. So get ready, refresh your screens. Get ready.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a brand new one.
All right, here we go. And Israel, you can win and give it away.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, he can be the cool guy.
Magnanimous in
Okay,
victory.
okay, you guys. Towards
Yes.
towards the beginning of the week, there was a boat that brought a group of kayakers. out.
Loudly, loudly.
Brought a group of these kayakers out. This kayaker threw out a jig from his kayak and hooked a massive Dorado. What was the type of jig that he used that graced the screen of our cover that day?
I
this
do
one.
know that
this
one.
one.
He said the name of the angler, but he did not say
Nope.
Bernadette, Yellowtail. No, the name of the jig.
Nope.
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 Nope. Israel, you're
No,
close.
You're wrong. But you're close.
Really?
He's wrong.
No,
He's wrong.
He's wrong. Don't say anything. Travis Wright, kicker.
The specific
You want the
type.
specific?
The specific type.
Yep.
The specific type.
Oh, we're making it tough here.
There was a picture of the cover on the
Come
cover.
on, Sophia's getting anxious.
Come on.
Man, Greg, you can't play.
Yeah.
Surface jig.
Oh, Travis!
Wait, he didn't. That's not right.
Oh!
He didn't say it all
Put it all
together.
together.
Oh,
Oh,
T,
T,
Metal,
Metal
Art,
Art.
Kevin, Leaker.
Yep.
No, well,
No!
I think he meant to say
You gotta say it. That's what you gotta say.
Kicker 45.
Kicker light
Up.
15.
there it
See,
is.
he got it,
He got it. He got it. The same
T,
guy
T,
got it.
B,
Yeah.
metal, art.
Boom!
Yep.
I don't even
winner,
know.
Winner.
Mad
Winner,
Mac.
winner on the Mad
Hey,
Mac.
new watcher. Thank you for tuning
Yeah,
in.
I'm
Super stoked that you won this jig. I cannot believe it. You got yourself a 200 Mad Mac, ready to kill some bluefin
Yep.
when the water cools down. That's what I'm talking about. If you can make it to Island Tackle, you let us know. If not, when you can come down to 22nd Street Landing or San Pedro, I will give it to you myself.
Who
Let us
knows?
know.
I see a spin-off show with you two guys doing a show on the Friedman Adventures family
Heck
also
yeah.
pretty soon. So, next year 2023 is going to be a huge year.
AK in the
Sweetheart.
sack, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, the thing too is like we said, the fishing's been great for us. It's saltwater right now. We're going to keep it going, and hoop netting season's coming in too. We're going to get into that very deep. But as we go into it gets colder, we go into trout season and freshwater. So we're going to start doing that stuff as too. We have another boat. We have a whaler that we're going to go take out to Big Bear. We're going to go to Crawley. We're going to get up to June Lake. So we're going to get around.
We're going to go to Baja.
Brand
Yeah,
new
we're going to
four-stroke on this freshwater boat, so we could go anywhere.
And we'll let people know that we're going, and if people want to join us, you're welcome to. I mean, we're going to go camping. We're going to be doing these things. So if we get a few other people with boats or people want to fish shore, we're definitely down to have people join us. That's the whole point. Is we're not trying to do this ourselves.
Lake
We're trying to
Elsinore,
bring
I
people
cannot
in.
wait. I'm really excited, actually.
Yeah, catfish fishing, bass fishing. We know your sons are all into the bass fishing
That's
side.
right.
We'll get more into that side too. So it's
Kicker
gonna
man,
be-
I know, Travis, 16. I love it, man.
Right.
I love all the answers, boys.
Naughty Boy 78. This is better than Jeopardy.
I'm telling you.
Totally
I tried,
agree, man. Do you have another one?
I honestly had those two set up. I don't.
No,
have
what we'll do
another
is we'll do one tomorrow before we leave on our trip.
Hey, can you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know what we'll
awesome.
do? That'll be the best thing to give away this last one that David Rosenthal gave us, the actual big guy. We'll do that one
220,
tomorrow.
yeah.
The 220.
All right, there you are, everybody. Tomorrow night.
This was actually supposed to be the jackpot giveaway,
Yeah.
but he came close to winning the jackpot.
He
on
wanted
our
us to
trip.
raffle that off, but we'll do this and
We'll figure out a way.
well, guys are throwing money in there
220
tonight, so
Love it.
Exactly. So
yeah, yeah.
We'll figure that out. What we'll do is we'll figure out something to give this away out tomorrow, so be paying attention. I mean, what's
I
your
think
relief?
James has got his breath, man. He's almost ready to
He
come
wants to
on.
jump back on.
No,
Yeah,
but
that's
look,
what I'm talking about.
are you
Yeah.
okay? Are you okay with these guys?
You wanna
Oh,
jump
you're
back
okay.
on?
Love it,
Are you
man.
enjoying this? Do you think the show?
Jump back
No. You stay there.
Hey,
We're
guys,
not through.
Also, on the
I think the show's gone
anyone that's
downhill,
coming
don't
down
you?
On the Pride trip,
Always.
anyone that's coming on the Pride trip, I think I got 10 or 8 left. I got some 16-ounce teardrop torpedo weights that are already rigged up with some swivels. So if you guys come on down, I'll have them laid out on the table, and whoever wants to try their luck at a torpedo bluefin in the
Hey, I
middle of
see
the night,
people selling them for
you
30
let me
bucks,
know.
so-
I'm gonna give them to you. I don't care about
Hey, they
that.
cost
I want you to
30
catch
bucks,
one.
so-
So you guys come on down, man.
And you better have pictures.
We've
when you catch
already
them.
been going 2 hours on this show.
Oh,
Can you
forget
believe
about
that? Forget about it. I know.
We just hit 2 hours?
Flies by.
That's
Thanks
how we
for the
started
likes, you
earlier.
guys.
think so.
93, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. And please share it with your friends. The morning briefing is so important to me. It really shaped me who I am in these last couple months, bringing me closer to everyone. The morning briefing takes a lot of dedication, and I just want to, if I had a hat, I'd take it off too. And
Oh, thank
you
you.
again for always doing it.
I'm enjoying doing
I
it.
really do, because like you said, dedication, and Phil gives credit to all the captains that put in work. Well, like when I text Phil, I say, Captain, my captain, because he really has brought all of us, the whole 5,000 and almost together. So from one of the
I'm going to break into tears.
from one of the 976
I really am.
originators and all the attention and effort that he puts in every morning. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but thank you. So I hope you guys feel the same way and hit that like button.
It's just been a lot of fun.
You know
All
what?
our trips and everything, that's what it's been.
Part of the morning briefing is, everybody, honestly, I'll tell you, part of it is I also thought to myself, I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I'm thinking, there's no
Figures he
way
hangs out
I
with
can
us.
do that morning briefing hungover.
No.
Because when I start drinking, I get depressed, and I'd be on there, cut a couple of Dorado, it sucks. I wouldn't. That's how the morning briefing would be. So I was like, if I commit to doing the morning briefing every day until I croak,
It's something
I'll never drink again
Yep.
because I can't.
Yep.
Right when I think about it, I go, oh no, wait,
I
the
gotta
morning
do this.
briefing.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't do it.
And everybody
So-
enjoys it so much, it's worth it.
It is. And accountability, I guess, keeps us on focus.
No, something like that. You're nuts like me, man. You got to come up with all kind of gimmicks to
Hey, the
just
fishing keeps
stay.
me going.
That's it. Fishing keeps me
AKA
going,
the
too.
sack who just donated. Yeah, exactly. Right. Whatever works. AKA the sack says he was trying, but he had a slow connection.
I know, man.
Mark says you guys should bring the floating barge back for overnight fishing and camping at sea. That would be
Oh,
fun.
I already, we came up with an idea. So I'm gonna take my broken down boat and we're gonna tow it out to sea with Jason's boat, and we're gonna set up the barge. So you guys are more than welcome to come out, and we're just gonna crush it.
Yeah.
The bait tank will be there. There'll be a barbecue on the side, and there might only be 6 of us, but yeah, there'll be a barge out there.
AKA the Sax says, I can still listen hungover. So he can listen hungover. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's the key.
You know what I thought was a great business idea? This is me. So you guys are going to probably laugh and say it's stupid, but with this guy, so like the Freedom is sitting at the docks in January,
Yeah,
February. Why not set up tables outside and
Have a
open
dinner.
the galley
Yep.
and say, come on down on the waterfront
Listen.
and have a burger.
Listen,
Yep.
we're gonna have
And better
we're
fish
gonna-
and everything.
We're gonna
Yeah.
ask the owners if they'll let us do it, but there's one thing that you have to bring if we're gonna be having dinner on the Freedom right here next to the. You got to bring your sabiki stick so we could stockpile the bait barge or the bait tank with Max
Yeah.
for the next
For the
day.
next day.
You guys come on down. We'll get that dinner set up someday.
Yep, that'd be a good one.
Oh,
For sure.
absolutely.
Santa
Hey,
Barbara trip. For
somebody
sure.
was saying that Dorado ceviche, James was.
Oh yeah.
He's never had it. I've had it.
Oh, I made.
How is it?
Well, it's awesome. Remember we had it right
Yeah.
before we closed the restaurant.
Freaking delicious.
And it was awesome.
Why don't you give the recipe? Can you? Or it's simple, right?
Oh yeah, it's super simple. It's just like making your classic pico de gallo, and
Right.
then you just cook the fish. Pretty much you cut it to whatever size you need to, and then you'll.
What
soak
size
that in
do
lime
you
juice.
like?
I like to have it be. It depends how big you want to cut it, but I like to do it right around a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch size. So you're talking like a nice little cube. And then you just soak it in the lime juice or the lemon juice. I like to do lime juice with just a little bit of lemon juice.
And my wife asked you this, so I'm gonna cut in. But do you ever cheat, or do you ever use the store-bought lime juice bottle?
I will use the store-bought bottle to cook the fish, so that way you don't
and
have to
it
spend a
came
bunch of
out
money.
Amazing. It
But
came out amazing.
what I'll do is I will drain that off and use the real stuff in my actual pico de gallo. So
Right.
pico de gallo, if you don't know, is from the bird's beak, or from the rooster's beak, is
Right.
right. So it means little pieces. So it's little tomato, onion,
Cilantro.
jalapeno,
Right.
serrano,
Forget
those kind of
about
things.
it.
If you want it more spicy,
Beautiful.
and then it's lime juice, lemon juice, those kind of things. You can always add more. I add cucumber to mine. When it's done, you add avocado to that. You can always add juices if you ever go to the taco truck. Sometimes you'll have the where it has a little bit of
little runoff.
papaya juice, that kind of stuff in it. It's awesome. So you can always mess with that, and that's the best way to do it. And you just mix it all together, and it's all up to how much you want. If you want it to be more tomatoey, you add more tomato. If you want it to be more cucumber, you can do it like agua chili style, the same kind of thing, or with tomatillos, that kind of thing.
Question for you: is it sacrilege to use ketchup in your ceviche? Some people do that.
Yes, only because ceviche is different than what you add ketchup to. Ketchup would be when you get a cocktail. So that's when you have like the cocktail where it's shrimp and fish, and then you put ketchup and
So it's gonna be
tapatio.
it's gonna be crackery.
So it's a little bit different. So they're almost the same thing but different.
You know
So,
what my wife puts in
ceviche.
ceviche? She puts it in everything.
Breadcrumbs? What?
No,
Cayenne pepper?
freaking mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
she would love to go to Hawaii. I think Pokey would be her thing.
Ruth is
Yeah.
like, Ruth is nuts about mayonnaise. So, even Philip, my son, my oldest son, you met him.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. He was at Bass Pro.
Yep.
Yeah. He's a crazy guy, right?
Yeah, right? I can't wait. We got to get fishing with him too. I was like, I'm holding up the weight, and I'm waiting for this guy to
That's
come
great.
in.
He's nuts about mayonnaise too. Him and
Hey.
her, when they were growing up, they were like the French fries and the mayonnaise, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
they're-
Pokey.
talk about a health
Oh yeah,
kick.
some mayo and some sriracha
Oh,
mixed
forget
together
about
and
it.
mix it in. Heck yeah.
But the fact that her father liked the Three Stooges, then I could accept the fact
Yeah,
that
right.
she's
That's
shoveling
all.
mayonnaise down 24 hours a day.
That was the one thing.
Yeah, that was okay with me. Dan Smith, the morning briefing and this show are super. If we are fishing or doing something on the boat, we can still watch a replay. Dan Smith, thanks, Philip and crew. You guys are inspirational. You two guys are great. You
We're
guys
just
are
having fun out here. To
fantastic.
tell you the truth, we started this off, and we're just here to have fun, and we're starting to do our private boater thing too. So keep an eye out for that, you guys that have your own boats. Hit us up for tips. We're down to go fishing with you. We're down to take you fishing with us. Hoop netting season's coming up.
The
so-
further, the better.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have nice boats. We have nice boats. Let's get out there and whoever can get it together and
Yeah,
have a
man.
good time,
I think,
and share
hey,
our experiences.
This
That's
time
the
next
thing.
year, we're going to have to do a Phil Friedman fishing derby right here at a 22nd Street Landing. Something like that. That's what we need to do.
Yep.
Almost.
Little tournament.
No, I like it.
Yeah, we asked if we're gonna.
I like the
tournaments, we need to
Friedman
do it.
Adventures instead of Phil Friedman because you guys are part of that. I don't want to just be, I don't like that.
Well,
Because
then we change
it's
it.
not-
It's the
it's not-
free man adventures. We're all free man. You know, it turns
That's
into
so
the
funny.
same thing. So.
Yeah, when I was teaching in China, they're going, why are you called fried man? Why? The Chinese kids, I go, I don't know. I
That's
don't
because when
know.
you're fishing all the time, you're on the deck all the time, and that's what they do, you know? You're
Incidentally, I may be spending a month in Taiwan.
Really?
Like in January, February.
Oh,
Wait,
awesome.
January I can't because we got
Yeah, we
January
got our
6th.
big thing, yeah.
But then
when you
after
go,
that, I'm
you know,
gonna
we're
go.
gonna have to go
You wanna
fishing.
go?
Oh, I'm going to go out there for at least a
I'm
week
in.
or
My
something.
brother lives
Cedros
there.
for sure. So why not?
Taiwan, I'm talking about.
Never been, but
Well, I got a week on
Taiwan's
it for sure,
great.
and we're going to fish. That's the plan.
In fact, I mentioned to a couple people in Taiwan that I might be in, like Decca Chow. She was my supervisor when I taught over in mainland. And she's like, oh, I can't wait. And she's
Well, there's so much
she's
we can do on
awesome.
food
I
too
can't wait.
over there. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You can go around with the food. I have that background, so it's great to go around and see what everybody's doing. And
Israel has an idea. Phil, maybe you and Jason could do a pre-Thanksgiving dinner on the Friedman Adventures podcast. I'm gladly help with some funds for it.
If
What,
not-
like
if
show
not-
how to cook a turkey or what?
I
not,
could
uh,
show how to. We could make a bunch and have our friends come in and serve it too. And
We should do
if
that
You
here.
guys
Yeah.
do pre-Thanksgiving. I'm doing Christmas Eve. I'm doing a pre-Christmas Eve because I got octopus salad and
Oh God, are you
that's
kidding? That's my
fried fish and all
favorite.
kinds of
this
stuff
guy had to
cook,
pull the
so, yeah.
Pedro out of himself
Octopus
right here.
salad.
Come on, Anthony Joseph from Alfatano.
What an
yeah.
Italian.
I know, right?
What an Italian, right?
That
No.
sounds so good. What happened?
I want him to.
And lots
Oh,
of lobster
all right.
too.
Something's
so.
going on.
Have a chance.
Anthony has to go to the bathroom.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Do you want to be on, Greg?
I have to take off. I have to be.
What are you taking off? Your clothes?
No.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
tip. We'll tip. It's okay.
Yeah.
Too cold.
All right. All right. So you want to say goodbye, right?
Yeah, I gotta get out.
All right. Yeah. Go.
But-
Oh! Almost.
But this guy brought
That was a
bags,
good one.
This guy brought bags today of stuff to take down
For
to Central-
Mexico
That's
lindo.
one,
That's for our mission.
that's two, and that's three.
Come on,
We've got
Jason.
some more over here. He doesn't want to come on camera, but I just want to give him the credit. Say thank you so much.
Hey, Greg, I'll talk to you
God bless
tomorrow
man.
because then we'll firm up where we are. I had a guy with COVID, so I lost one. So we'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see any problem with
Hey,
it.
what time are you going to be down there so we know to meet you? Because we're going to go to the beer garden. You know how that goes.
I'm thinking 6.
All right. He's going to be down there.
And
at
we'll be
6.
there earlier too, so we'll see you down there for sure, and we'll be in contact definitely.
All right. We almost have 100 likes. The guy. You know what the guy that gets that does 100
Yeah,
likes,
see there.
James? You know what he gets? He gets a hug and a kiss from Jason.
Heck yeah.
Or
A nice bearded one too.
maybe Kristen will jump back on there. Who knows? All right, let's see. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much, Greg. Greg is a great guy.
See you later.
All
Hey,
right.
tell the guy to bring me another beer when he comes back.
Brett Ender likes the dinner idea. Even chef fish cooking instructional seminars on the boat.
Yep.
We got to start doing more
Yeah.
of that. We
Exactly.
really do. AKA Sack Spicy Mayo. Seed to Sanctuary. I would love to go out on someone's boat. I can help clean. AKA the Sack. Heck yeah. An Italian Christmas Eve. Yum. Yeah, that does sound
Right.
good.
That's
Dan
what
Smith.
we
I'm
need
all
now.
over that too. Freaking, I love octopus. I love all that stuff. It's so good.
I'm getting-
There's another beer for
Thank
you.
you, sir.
There's a gentleman for you right there. Caballero. All right.
Along with the Vicente Fernandez quote.
Oh, that's right. I'll smoke a turkey or two. Yeah, we could have a whole bunch of people come
I got
down
my
there.
smoker. We can do that too.
We got to get Mike. Yeah, that's good.
It sounds like a great idea, actually, to put it together because now people want to jump on it. That's where
So-
like, we have an idea and then we say it and people want to jump on with us. That sounds great to me.
You know, these are conversations that normally don't take place in front of a
Yes.
camera.
Can't miss
But
it.
I like that we're
Christmas
doing
time,
they're
it.
usually
So
behind
I was
closed
thinking
doors.
we need to raise some money because we got to ship all this stuff to Mexico. All right, so we need. So I was thinking about hitting Joe Gallagher and some other guys, getting some items. We could do the dinner and have a silent auction kind
Yep,
of thing going on.
definitely,
Joe
definitely.
knows Kid Rock.
Oh yeah,
and
I
all
can
these
get
guys.
some stuff for the brewery. I can get some stuff for the a little basket where you get to go on a tour, that kind of stuff too.
You know, Woody's gonna donate 100 days on his boat, right? Oh, that's
Right.
that's ridiculous.
We got
75,
Dan Smith
maybe.
finally saying an Italian Christmas Eve.
I know.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it too, man.
Hey, Matt
So we
Baca,
pop the crack
you're
in.
my, you're my boy. Anytime you want to come down here and share some fishing stories or come on one of the charters with us, Matt Baca was one of the guys.
Uh-oh,
that
here we
graced-
go.
Graced the covers with us on the.
Now this is a
They
kid
cracked
show.
the
Try
bottle.
to
They
Matt
cracked the
Baca-
bottle.
calm down a little bit, will you?
Matt Baca was one of the boys that
Getting
graced
out of
our
control.
photo with Big Yellowtail, one of those.
That's right.
trips. That's on
Yeah.
the Amigo.
Yeah.
So
Why don't you pass that out
Shouts
there
out
so
to
they
Matt
can drink
Baca.
it?
That's
his
what they
dad.
cracked it already. I brought this for tomorrow's trip.
You
And
better-
normally I bring a bottle half this size, but they gave me the big one, so I
Well,
took
then
it.
let them drink half
Well,
of
they
it.
already started.
Hey,
so,
the
you
next
know.
guy is 100. Here it
yeah.
comes. It's coming right
There it is,
now.
Right now, come on.
By the time I count to 5,
go,
hey,
yeah.
calm down now. Remember, there's children watching this show, you idiot.
Oh, that tastes so good. That tastes so good.
All right, here we go. This show is really going down the tubes
Yeah.
now. Come on, remember we got kids watching now. Be careful. That's it.
Isn't it past
Yeah.
their bedtime already?
Maybe.
But that's our boat bottle for this next trip right there.
Well,
so-
yeah, I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's going to go down the tubes when I hand it to Woody.
The
Right.
Kraken.
Yeah.
Who do you think opened it?
But we got the crack.
Yeah, I bet Woody. I
It was
love
here to
Woody.
open, so don't worry. That's what it was here for.
Hey, man, we can't get to that 100. I
Hey,
say by the
shot
time.
of eight. Shot of-
AKA the sack, $20.
We got it.
Give him a
We're gonna get it
hand.
right here.
There's a start for the donation. Love
We want to
you.
give a shout out to all the San Pedro boys and Newport guys that are watching the show. Make sure you hit that like button, and we just want to say thank you so much for supporting us and getting out there on the water. Us as fishermen that are trying to run a boat,
100.
we can't do anything without you guys. You guys are out there trying to fish hard, get on that rail, put that rail time in, and we really appreciate
101.
it. Guys like Woody would love to take you guys out, and you know, this is like I said, the Friedman family. This is the Friedman family right
Mark's
here.
right,
Yeah,
by the way.
and literally, the thing is, if you want to go out fishing, contact one of us, and we'll put you in contact
That's
with all
it.
these cool guys that know where to
Yeah,
go.
like Woody.
Have a good time. They're the same.
I already
as
can
us.
see he's a great guy.
I mean, we all
Tim.
hang out together, so I mean, it's definitely a family.
Let's make it happen. Let's kill some fish. You don't have to be on a private boat. You don't have to feel pressured. If you want that private experience and you want that little bit of more like opportunity to kind of have a little bit of knowledge dropped on you and not be in a mix of 30 people, this is your opportunity. Reach out to Phil so you can talk to these guys and get out on the water before this season ends. This is the time. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let these guys know that you guys really care about what Phil's putting out there, because
What
he's
we're
really
all
trying.
putting out there.
And let us know that you
Include
wanna go hoop
yourself
netting,
in there.
'cause we're gonna get down on that shit.
Yeah, and hoop netting's right around the corner.
Yep.
So if you like
And
lobster,
right now, what we're looking at right now is
You do that, right, Woody?
Well,
Yeah.
we're looking at I did a lot of local stuff, and I have a lot of spots and fun stuff.
Matt
But what
Perdeau, what's up, Perdeau? I love you, brother. Good to see you, man.
But what we're looking at is there's such great fishing around Catalina and those areas. Is
Right.
we can go fish bluefin and go hoop net San Clemente.
That's
We can,
it.
how many people have been hoop netting San Clemente over the past few years?
And Mark is right,
You
by the
know,
way. This is
so-
grape juice, right?
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
We just put grape
Grape
juice.
juice.
Yep, you know.
Richie Rich, thanks to all the captains in SoCal for making our fishing dreams come true. Those guys
Right.
work their butts off.
Big time. I just talked to Trevor. He was jumping on the boat right now, just making sure everything's cool before they get out tomorrow, I think. You know,
Tino will be on it, and all the guys on the Amigo and the Pride, they're gonna be doing their thing, doing their research, and getting you guys on the fish
yeah,
tomorrow.
and we have Justin Bottrell with Bowline Fishing is
Oh,
coming out of
cannot wait.
here now. I'm probably gonna be out with him on the 4th of October. He's gonna do an open party charter, I believe. So
Got the Judith Ann right here, 22nd
Yeah,
Street Landing.
hey,
so
his
come on
his
down.
engines are almost finished.
yep,
guys,
and we
Tom-
know we
hey.
want to get him bluefin fishing.
I'm Dur.
Grab a burger, get some calamari, and come to 22nd Street Landing. You will not regret it. It'll be awesome. Book yourself on a boat if you can get on one, and try to get on this
Poor,
season before
poor
it ends.
Tom Durer, who owns the Judith Ann. He needed to get those engines in the boat. He was waiting for the time when he could get those brand new engines in.
Best
and
season
it
of the
happened
year.
right
Yeah,
now.
right during the best freaking Dorado bite ever. He
Yep.
Oh,
he went over to visit Eddie Leland with me the other day, and he's like, "Man, the only kind of luck I have is bad luck."
Yep. Well, that's the thing too is we got to get Eddie out there too.
Yeah.
So-
Hey, God bless you, Eddie. Thinking
Yep.
about you, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be making some more
And,
abundigas for him because I know
Today's
that's his favorite.
today's actually 7-year anniversary for my old man passing away today.
sorry.
So yeah, but
Thoughts and prayers are with
Angelo
him.
Malfitano, I love you, and I miss you, Dad, and I hope I make you proud. And being out there on the water, you brought me into the fishing world, you brought me into surfing, and you did all this for me out of your kindness of heart to bring me into a world that you were part of, and that Grandpa brought us from Italy and brought us here to San Pedro. So I just want to say thank you, and I love you very much, Dad, and I miss you very much.
That
So,
is
to
beautiful.
all the other fishermen out there that don't have their pops around anymore, I know where you're coming from, and
Yep.
let's get out
I have
there
my
and
pops right here. He passed away too, so I
Let's
got
get
it
out
right
there
here
and
and
make-
my brother.
make
so.
them proud and get the young generation, the next generation out there, and no more Xboxes, buy them a tackle box.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. My dad is right there, so I know
Yep.
what you mean. In
That's
my
what
heart,
it's
always.
all
My
about
dad and my
family
mom.
on this, you know.
Love you guys, man.
Heck yeah, for sure.
All right. Hey, we're not done yet.
Heck no, we're
We'll
not
do a little
done.
bit longer. We've only been going 2.5 hours.
Yep. That's why we
You
started
know?
earlier, so we can go longer. and keep it
Yeah.
going.
Are you
So-
okay with this, James, or do you feel like these guys are hogging up your time?
This is awesome.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
You know, jump back
Shut-
on.
Yeah.
Come on.
No,
Pour a
no,
bottle,
sit
pass it
down.
around,
We're
We
good.
can do everything. Jeez.
All right. So, Ethan and I are down. So, what were we talking about? I've lost.
These are
Probably
my,
hoop
some
netting
friends
Oh.
of mine.
and doing.
That's my boy right
and
there.
Doing, everybody's down there probably talking about doing the Christmas dinner
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that's right.
and
All
the
right.
Thanksgiving dinner. That's a great idea.
Yeah, we got to get planned for all
So
this.
what I
stuff.
could do is I could do like a 2-day.
How come you're standing now?
2-day ahead of time thing for Christmas Eve, and we usually do like a 7 C's dish, so there's kind of 7 entrees to it all, and
How come you're whispering now?
yeah,
Boom,
I'd
boom
be
that
happy to do
voice
it.
out there.
I'd be happy to do it. I'd be happy to do everything from how we do the appetizers
They don't bitch about it
to
the whole time that he's
pasta
doing it
to
wrong.
lobster to
I'm the chef. I'm
to
like,
the
"You're
to
doing
the,
it wrong."
to the end, you know. So, but yeah.
All right, Mark says we need more boars going out so I could actually get one before the fish swim away. Man, it's so hard to get on a boat right now.
More boys.
Relentless, 2 spots, Mark. This Sunday night. Pride, October 5th through the 7th. 4 spots on a 2-day. Our last trip of the year.
Yeah, and then we're gonna start doing some more
657
stuff.
227 6459. And then next year, there it goes again, we're going to have Woody trips.
Heck yeah.
Yes, I'm going to dress as Mo. He's going to be Larry. You can be Curly.
Heck yeah. Hey, I'll be
Yeah.
in
No, wait, I
whatever
got to
it
be
is.
Curly, right? With the bald
Yeah,
head.
you be the bald
Yeah.
guy for sure.
That's right. You can be, yeah, you kind of, you look like Mo a
As
little
far
bit.
as these trips goes too, guys, I don't know if you guys have done a little bit of research, but if you're one of the 2 people that might want to jump on the Relentless, I would highly suggest going to the Relentless Sport Fishing website, taking a look at that boat and seeing what you're getting for the price that Phil is providing, and I would think that you would probably jump on it right away because
That includes all your meals, by
It's
the
a
way.
big-
too.
And there's staterooms.
it's a
there's,
big
you know,
boat.
it's
There's
nice.
staterooms. I mean, it's a boat that can do 3-day trips easily, and we're going on a 1.5 days. If that puts it into perspective, I think it's going to be a great 20-person trip
Right.
on a massive boat. We're going to kill some yellowfin together, high-fiving on our way home. I don't care if they're 8-pound yellowfin. I need to catch my first yellowfin this year.
Oh, then you just sprinkle in the limited Dorados.
And you know we'll bring the coffee cake just in case.
Oh, there you go.
just in case.
Of course, he's making reference to who threw it over?
Oh, it was
Mark?
The deckhand.
Yeah, it was
Mark, right?
Yeah.
Mark the deckhand threw
Mark Sonado.
a big piece
Yep.
of coffee cake overboard, and
And the
Dorado
Dorado ate
boiled
it.
He ate the
heck
top
out
of it and
so
took the bottom and threw it out there and boiled
Freaking
on
great.
it.
That'll be our Dorado bait for the
AKA the
Relentless.
Sax is with you boys. I lost my dad in 2013. That was very touching
Oh,
what
yes.
you said there. So you're touching some hearts.
AKA in the sack, man. I always knew, before we were kind of talking, and but yeah, man. I hope to see you and get you a gaff too soon. And I know we're talking about that. So, God bless, brother. Thank you.
Matthew Bacon says, "When's the next trip?" Go ahead. Do I want to say it or do you guys want to
Our
say
next
it?
trip?
Yeah.
Jason knows
we-
all
we-
the trips.
we leave
Sunday
tomorrow.
night. Well, yeah,
we're
but
leaving
with
tomorrow,
openings,
but
he
that's
wants
that.
to go.
Oh, with the openings? Oh, definitely. You got to jump. What, we
On
have
the
4
Relentless.
spots left?
On the
2
Relentless, there's 2, and who
2.
knows how many people have sent me a text.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably a lot.
1.5 days, meals included.
50.
$450.
But even that being said, even though we don't have more trips, let us know that you want to go. We can get in contact with all of these captains. We have 6-pack guys. We have bigger
Yes.
trips. We can always put something together.
Water's warm. We got to get out with Wood, and there's no reason why you can't take 4 of your best friends and get out on his boat. There's absolutely no reason why.
Woody's like, man,
cannot-
I like Woody.
And,
You
and all,
cannot limit out
I don't know
on
why.
his boat.
Tim's gone,
right
so I
now.
don't have to say
Because
anything good about
when
him
you're on a
anymore.
running gun, when you're on a running
Just
gun
all
boat,
Woody-
and
all
you're
Woody
coming
and
out of
James
down
now.
south, you could go from kelp patty to kelp patty twice as fast as any sport boat. He can cover twice as much ground, and that's why you're paying twice as much. I mean, there's a reason why time is worth money. Do you want to go fishing 3 times and catch nothing, or do you want to go once and catch the fish of your life? Reach out to him. You will catch your fish of your life. He will put you on the fish, and he will try as hard as he can to get you on there.
You know, Scott wanted to kill me the other day. He was telling me he was on a boat that covered more ground than any other boat. And I go, well, that's why you idiots aren't catching any fish. You're fishing on the ground? Seriously? And he goes, no, you don't understand the terminology. And I'm like, you're fishing on the ground?
Just
That
to
makes
mess-
no
just
sense.
to mess with them.
So I went on for 20 minutes.
Oh,
for
Scotty,
that.
too hotty, right?
It's okay,
All
Scotty.
right.
It's
Willing,
okay.
willing, hey, TJ Metal Art, willing to donate a stainless steel fish mount for your fundraiser.
Heck
so,
yeah.
hey, yeah, that's great, but
Anything.
let us reciprocate by plugging your business too. Obviously, Metal Art, he does that kind of
Heck
stuff.
yeah.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
I've
with
never
Metal
seen-
Art,
he
but-
won something tonight too, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
he
could-
won one of these. He won
Yeah,
this one. I
that would be
believe,
great.
the
Thank
second
you.
one.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
We
'cause
really
we love to plug it. We love those kind of things, man. I have fish artwork on my wall that's metal too. That's stuff that we can,
That'd be amazing.
definitely use as raffle prizes and those kind of things, and get your business out and all kind of
And
stuff.
we've got Richie
Yep.
Rich saying the TB Metal Art makes killer mounts.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
all right.
Hey,
He already knows.
How
That's what I'm
about
talking
like he makes something and then we put on there whatever TJ whatever TB Metal Art. I'm
Just
starting
we
to lose
have,
my
like,
mind.
Your stuff here, exactly.
Yeah, no, hey, I want if you guys are interested, I'm gonna bring him back in. He's gonna take my seat, and I want him to tell you guys a little bit more about what he does
Who?
for his charter.
Woody? Yeah, because somebody is asking about you again, Woody.
right.
So James, are you okay with this?
Yeah, of
All right, these guys are hogging up all your.
All right, yeah. If you haven't heard
All right, it
before,
says tell us about Woody.
yeah, I'm Captain Woody.
Keep it to the fishing. We don't want to know about your sex life or
Yeah,
anything.
so, all right, well, I guess that's it. All right,
Yeah.
Hi,
Get
guys.
out of here.
Oh, you're all set
He's
to
got
tell.
a beer. We'll finish it up.
Yeah, I run a 6-pack boat out of Huntington. We have 2 boats. Captain Andrew and I, we run them hard year round. That's what we've been doing for almost a decade, and we're just here to put you guys on the fish. Whether it be a short trip doing the local stuff, that's still super good.
Like, is that like a 4-hour trip or a 6-hour?
4 hours, 6 hours. The minimum we offer is 3.
Really?
Mostly for beginners, you're probably going to want to go longer. But
Is there an earthquake or something?
At this point, if you're a fisherman and you want to catch the fish of a lifetime, we just got to go out for the full day and get those Dorado. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, right?
Southern California Dorado, unreal.
It's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, hopefully
You gotta
next
go
year.
300 miles to get this.
Hopefully next year it's just better, like it's been for the past couple years.
just
But
better.
you never know. So now's the time. Get out on the boat.
It has been wild, has it? It's gotten better and better
It's
every year.
getting
We're like,
better
this
and better
is it.
and better.
And-
But you never know. So
And
there's
and
no time like the present.
Well, they always say,
Get out there.
like back in the day, in the olden times, and we're sitting on olden times right now on what we.
These are the good old days.
These
Can't
are
believe
olden
it.
times.
These are the good old days.
You have to get out now. Spend your money now, because
Yeah.
in 3 years from now, it's going to be a cycle and it's going to be gone. So we
Yeah,
have to get
yeah,
on
it may never come back, right?
I mean, we may have it for 5 years, but because we had bluefin for about 7 now.
Yeah.
And hopefully they stick
Oh,
around,
yeah.
but it's going to cycle and it's going to go back to.
How old
wherever
are you,
it's not
Woody?
gonna be it.
Let me guess. That's a tough one.
32.
29.
No.
What are you, 96 or something?
No.
Oh.
25 years old.
Oh, you're a young
Whoa.
kid.
My captain's license at 18.
Really?
I was on the boats in
Smart,
Alaska
too.
since I was about 15 and a half.
Uh-huh.
Been doing it ever since. This
How do you like-
This has been my life.
How do you like Southern California fishing as opposed to Alaska?
Oh, it's different.
Yeah, it totally is.
It's totally different. It's a different game. I would experience both, but obviously I'm here. I love it. It's nice to be fishing in sandals and shorts and tank tops.
Yeah, right.
Catching all these great fish. I can live in civilization. I don't have to live on an island where there's more bears than people.
That's exciting, but still.
That
Yeah.
has its place too.
All right, I have a question here, and anybody out there who can contribute. Naughty Boy 78, I never hear you guys talk about Penn reels. I use Penn Internationals, and they work great. What's your opinion on Penn quality versus Abbott and the other guys? What's your favorite reel? Do you talk about Penn
I don't
reels?
see the Penn signs.
Well, that's okay.
Come on,
Bill
Penn.
always says
Come on, Penn.
No discrepancies. You
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
if you like Penn reels,
Oh,
we don't have. Daiwa is kind enough.
You're-
They're cool about
Hey,
that.
I'll tell you, I used the slow pitch from Penn, and I liked it on our.
Oh, the
first
rod.
fish. Yeah, the rod.
Yeah.
So hey, I will, and for a little less price for stuff, they still make a very good Penn International. We used to fish those all the time. If you want to go with that, that's great. It's just, it's who you
What
pick.
is this Penn? There's a God. I can't remember The guys are fishing the bluefin with it, and it works great.
Yep.
I forget what the name
I
of
mean,
it is.
shit, we fished.
Do you have an opinion on
for
Yeah.
Marlin for years.
Do you like pen reels?
Like,
Yeah.
Come on in here. Say something nice
Yeah.
about pen reels.
hey, I'll-
Make
hey,
Naughty Boy.
They're
We need
beautiful.
more
They're,
pen.
you know.
All
Make-
jokes aside, I
Yes.
mean, they're great.
James
All the-
Moser from
everything.
Newport
And to tell you
Landing
the truth-
is making a reappearance.
He's
And
coming
Get
to tell you
back.
the
close
truth,
to
they're a
that
great
shark's
reel for a
nose.
cheaper price.
You got to get closer to that shark's
We
nose.
used to use a international 16. I think it was a VSX. That's what we used to sharkfish with.
And how does it perform?
Performed great.
All right, there you are, naughty boy.
And probably at a lesser price point than, say, you know, a Daiwa or a
Be
Shimano,
careful now.
you
You're
know,
straying
so-
into some dangerous ground.
Hey,
I'm,
hey, I pay.
I'm kidding.
I have Saltigas, so I for top of the line. So.
Don't worry about the reels. Whenever you're gonna get out on the boat, the oldest, rustiest reel is always gonna catch the jackpot fish.
There you are.
Okay?
I'm waiting to see.
If you want that pen, get that pen, okay? You buy that pen.
Yep.
Right on.
Come on.
Yeah.
Darn,
The
Woody.
Fathom, hey, people are using those slow pitching, all that kind of stuff. The fathoms are good, all that. But I'm waiting to hear some. I want to hear some nools coming out. That's what I would like to
There
see.
you go.
Okay.
I want to hear some loud guys come out fishing. That's
There you go.
So
100%.
fun. hearing those
100%.
things go.
All right, we got to go fishing with both these. I got to come over to
Oh,
Newport
yeah.
and jump
We're gonna
on
take my
local
boat out.
boaters. Oh yeah,
We'll be
really?
here.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah, that'll be fun. How many people can you take on your boat?
We fished 7 before. So
Perfect. So we'll take 5.
Depends on how many ladies are going along, you know.
Oh, then we'll put 10.
You know, maybe 10,
Yep.
15.
Uh-oh, here we go. Right there.
Depends how many sunbathers we have. We can deal with it because we can still fish on the back.
Thank God my wife doesn't speak English. So happy right now.
And we won't bring the pink cooler.
Yeah, really. Did you hear about that?
No,
So he gives
no.
me a pink. I need a cooler, and he
Okay.
gives me a pink cooler.
Okay.
We're giving a bunch of
What's the
soup
big
to
deal,
Eddie,
right?
to Eddie Leland.
Hey.
And
So-
yeah, that's right. We were sending soup to Eddie Leland.
Beggars
So-
can't be choosers.
So guess what? I open up the back the next day, and my wife goes, "Whose cooler is that?" And I go, "It's my friend Jason." And she looks at me and goes, in Spanish, "No man has a pink cooler. Whose cooler is that?" And I go, "I swear to God, he's got a pink cooler. What's the big deal? You like pink, right?"
Yeah, it was.
You know what?
I like pink, and also it goes because it was for breast cancer awareness. That kind
You know,
of thing
I just
too,
realized,
so-
I think my iPhone is pink.
Yep,
somebody was looking
is.
at it
It's
saying
rose.
it's-
It says rose, but I'll say it's pink.
Yeah, so okay, I'm good
Not
with
pink,
that.
It's salmon.
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's not pink. That's not a pink cooler. It's a salmon cooler.
That's right.
Right.
Hey, let me read a couple more. You can stay right there, James. TB, Metal Art, Daiwa, all the way. What
Daiwa
about
guy.
the Okuma Komodos? Anybody fish those?
Yes.
Yeah.
You like them? A good
A
reel?
couple of my buddies on the boat do, and they love them.
Naughty Boy 78, all pan on my boat, buddy. That's all he fishes.
Like, yeah, I'll
there he
take
is.
some pin
Scott
gold
Dickerson.
reels. I like pin gold
Hey,
reels. They're beautiful.
Scott's talking 10 fathom, 40 and 2-speed.
Yep.
Those are very popular.
Hell yeah.
They're less
They're
in
gonna be-
price.
Yep, less in price. Probably a couple
Yeah.
$100 cheaper, and they're just as good. You know, you get what you pay. It's not that you get what you pay for, but when you pay a little bit more, you get the cooler. You let to look cool. You know, you have the cool jersey. You know, that kind of thing. So when you I did the same thing. I went with Saltiga. I went from Saltese to Saltiga, doing that same thing, kind of upgrading to look cooler, but it's still the same 40 pounds of drag, the same everything, just a different look. So it's about what you like. If you like that gold with black, then go with the pin. You know, that's beautiful. If you want to go with more like the silver color, you go with the Daiwa. If you want all crazy ass colors, you go with an Avid. You know, you go with what you like, and that's
All right.
everybody makes. When you go to the top of the line and you get to a certain price point, they're all just as good as each other, especially now.
All right, I think we're getting ready to wrap this up. 2.5 hour show. I could
Okay.
go on for another 2.5 hours easily.
Well, that's a nice
I'm
way
good.
of starting it early, right?
I know, but hey, so James, why don't you give Newport Landing's info one more time?
Yeah.
By the way, you were a great guest. Thank you so much
No problem.
for coming all the way out here. You brought your father along. Your father has some advice. And get closer to that mic.
So Newport Landing, you can give us a call, area code 949-675-0550. You can go to Newport Landing or Davies Locker on their website. And we got whale watching, fishing. We're doing the rockfish trip. We got big things happening.
You're going to share all that intel
yeah.
with us, which I'm very excited about.
Yep. So fisherman's point of view from NOAA, and we'll go from there.
All right, James, good job.
Awesome.
Woody, one more time. Hit it up, baby.
Absolutely. I'm Captain Woody. You want to fish with me, you can go to deepsea-fishing.com.
All right, Anthony, do you want to say goodbye? Is there anybody else out there that needs to say goodbye?
There's a
You
bunch
do.
of there, but Hey.
Yeah.
Like
come
who?
on.
Tim's gone, right?
Yep. Well, everybody,
Anthony.
right? Everybody, thank you for tuning in. We're going to be going on our trip tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. We'll have a real quick, probably 15, 20 minutes.
But we're going to give away a Mad Max,
Yeah,
right?
we're going to give away a Mad Max, so make sure you tune in onto that. We're going to be here early, so anybody that's on the trip, we'll have some food for you. It's going to be a great trip, and then we'll be getting into our Relentless trip, and after that, so definitely hit those like buttons, follow us, share with all your friends. That's what we need to have happen. And if you want to go out on a fishing trip, let us know. We'll put you in contact with all of our great captains that we have coming on. It's kind of hard to pick up on exactly their information, but we'll have that for you if you just hit us up, and we'll put you on what kind of fish you want to do. You want to do Dorado, we'll put you on that person. You want to do hoop netting, we'll put you on that person. We have those connections. And if you want us to come fishing with you, we're always down for that.
Nobody wants us to go fishing with them. Come on.
I'm waiting to see.
Nobody's that
I'm
desperate.
waiting to say I sunk a boat. So there you go.
I've done 3. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so they were.
I'm
we're
very
already-
talented.
We're already almost there.
okay.
Right.
I'm super talented when I do stuff like that. You want to hear one of those stories or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Which one do you
Those
wanna
are
hear?
great. Jeez.
All right.
One of the
Those are
three.
always the best stories, right?
What
So,
do you mean?
all right, I'll just tell you the one. So Pete Thomas, the guy from the LA Times that I caught the Dorado in front of and put me on the front page of the LA Times, he had a boat in Redondo. And he said to me one day, why don't you take my boat out? And I go, really? And he goes, yeah. And he throws me the keys. So I take Patrick, my son, Philip, my son. I take Rodolfo, who's my wife's son from Costa Rica, her brother, Christian,
And all capable fishermen, of course.
and I think there was somebody else. So anyway, we take off on the boat, and I notice, man, I start to turn, and the steering is just like, I'm like, what is up with this steering, man? It's just like, so we go out to Rocky Point, we catch some bass, and blah, 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 blah. And then we go into like Hermosa Beach, and we're drifting. We caught a halibut, some sand bass, going great. It's a bitchin' day, everything's good. Until this wave like comes over the stern of the boat, and I look, and now we got bait like swimming in the bottom of the boat, and like Patrick is, hey Dad, is that normal? And I'm like, no. And so anyway, there was a leak at the transducer. There was a leak, and we were taking water on, and I didn't realize it. And then it got us down. So
The O
it
through
got
hole
to the
problem.
point where the boat started to list. So I jumped out. I jumped out of the boat, and I go, hey, Patrick, because Patrick was the youngest. Patrick, you're going for a swim, okay? Just jump in the water, swim to me. You other morons, start throwing life jackets and anything you can high in the air and get out of that thing where it sinks. So everybody's in the water. Thankfully, the lifeguard boat is going by. And I was pretty popular. I was doing 976 Tuna, so, and this, I forget the guy's name.
That was the
guy-
problem is he was
the
popular.
the head lifeguard. He comes, and he was Rick Lyman, who was a judge, and his brother was the head lifeguard guy. I can't remember his name, but Rick was his brother. And so they rescue us. Oh my God, my wife sends their kids out with me. I'm never sending them again. You're a maniac.
Yeah, you're in trouble now.
I get on the boat, I'm soaking wet, and the guy says, okay, well, we have to do paperwork. What's your name? And I go, Philip Friedman? And he goes, the Philip Friedman? And I go, I was kind of hoping you wouldn't notice that.
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh my
Oh,
God.
man.
So we go into the harbor. They saved the boat. They got it up, and
Yeah.
they started towing it. We get into the harbor, and I walk into Redondo Marine Hardware, or whatever the name of it was, because Scott Thomas, Pete's brother, worked there. And I was going to, so he goes, how was your trip?
I sunk the
There's
boat.
50 guys in there. There's 50 people in there. So he goes, no, he said, how was the fishing? And I go, it's pretty good. And he
Awesome.
goes, what'd you catch? And I go, got a couple halibut and a sand bass. I sank your boat. He goes, what? And I go, I sank your boat. And he goes, bullshit. And I go, no, I sank your boat. And he goes, why? I go, look. And they're like towing it in. It's like half underwater or whatever. Oh my God. It was so
Hey,
freaking.
well, at least
That's
you
just
didn't-
one.
Hey, at
One
least
of
you didn't
those.
run into anything. It was
man.
the through hole that leaked it. So at least
Freaking
it was-
embarrassing. Give me hey, I got 2 more likes out of that
Yep,
story.
just out of that story.
Let me look there, James. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, I got beer. Let's keep this show going.
Yeah, right. Hey, that's where we're gonna get the drinking beer with Anthony and Jason. That's gonna be the show.
Christine says, thank you so much, Phil. Great show, Christine. Thanks for participating. Really, really appreciate it. AKA the Sack. I'm not sponsored by anybody Pin accurate, Shimano, Abbott. I fish them all.
Yep.
I got them all here. If you want to take a look at, just believe me, they're good. By Albert Ponce, who saved my butt on the transmission. Great show, guys. Like always, top notch. Thank you so much. Good show. You guys made it that way tonight. Naughty Boy 78, you should do a street fair like Fisherman's Life. Maybe meet the captains and crews and have some food. Man, we could do something like that. Especially
Yeah, kind of like how they do the dock days or whatever. Kind of the same idea. You know, we could do some food and that kind of thing, and people can come and donate. Same kind of thing, you know.
Richie Rich, don't forget to tune into the morning briefing tomorrow morning, just a few more hours from now. So that won't be long. Good night, boys. Says AKA the Sack, I want to fish. Salty Fake Crazy Story. Love the show as always. Tangle Diver. I am fishing my pen squitter if these Dorado get finicky. And Israel says Fisherman's Life would be a great guest on the podcast. He has some great content from fishing NorCal and coming down to San Diego. I'm all about it, Israel. Help me get in touch with the guy fishing our water. So I think we're done.
Yes, we're
Man, what a great show.
We'll
Hey,
finish it up.
Guys, James,
Definitely
thank
a pleasure.
Tim,
Pleasure.
where the hell did Anthony go?
He ran there with his family, so.
Hey, do you want to say goodbye?
Gotta say goodbye to everybody.
All right, come in here and get on mic.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, where are you going? How are you going to get on mic over there?
He's gonna talk into your chest.
Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for everything, you guys. And yeah, we can't wait till next Tuesday.
Yep.
And I think this is going to be an excellent week between all the trips. And
We got
next
2
Tuesday.
trips between this 2 of the next one, so we're gonna have a lot of content.
I think we're going to be so stoked on all the new footage that we're going to have.
Yeah, it should be great. And anybody who wants to join us, just send me that text.
Oh, there's officially only one spot left open on the Relentless.
How do you know? Oh, Greg said that?
Because someone just booked with me.
Oh, right. Great.
Awesome.
All right. Slam dunk.
Matt Baca, you are officially on the Relentless. If you want to.
Excellent. And by the way, I haven't told anybody this. I don't know why, but $25 of that $450 is going to the family in Mexicali whose house
shit.
burned down.
That's awesome.
Greg said, "Would you like to add 25? And we'll give it to Alejandra." I said, "Yeah, why not? I think these guys, everybody." So by going on this trip, you're also helping that family. So good stuff.
That's awesome. That's
All right.
super awesome.
Everybody, look at the camera and say goodbye. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thank you, Friedman family.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Anthony's going to go over there and push the. Oh, it stopped. I think we're batteried out, man.
Yep, we might have battery out at the right time.
About